Hello. Hello, my lovelies. How are you today? You're on the Archie Luxury live stream. How are you going today? It is a Wednesday in Australia, and it's Tuesday night in America. Hey guys, how are you? I got an interesting phone call today from my good friend Plastic, and he said Sov has come up with a hypothesis. Yes, a hypothesis. Frozen Yukona, Super Chat, $2, Tuesday afternoon with Pontiff, Fridge Fund. Thank you, Frozen Yukona. So basically, what the hypothesis is that with Marco and JJ, the reason they went feral, the reason they went rogue is because they went rogue because they were never hazed. See, I welcome them into my Archie Luxury world, the community. I welcome them in. I had been deserted by Mark Goldberg and the rancher. And what happened was they were never hazed. Normally, everyone who comes on the stream is hazed. They were never hazed. And this is the problem. They were not hazed. That's right, guys. They were never hazed. Hence the reason. See, they were like cadets. They came in. I was desperate for them. And you know what happens next? I was desperate for them, so I had to eat the shit sandwich and be nice to them. They were like cadets. They were like cadets. And you know what happens? The cadets, they weren't toughened up. Like you start an apprenticeship. You do a apprenticeship, you go to university, you join a fraternity, you got to do some hazing. Otherwise, you're not a good member. That's right. You've got to have some hazing. Otherwise, it doesn't work. That's right. They were never hazed, so they could never handle it. See, it's like an immunity herd. It's like if they weren't exposed to the virus. Hello, Marcelo. How are you?
I'm fine. I have interesting news to you.
Yes, tell me. What's going on?
Well, yesterday I was watching first Luxury, and
Yes.
and and it was actually funny because they gave you advice. I mean, one actually decide that you are a millionaire fact. Another guy said that he wanted to give you some business advice for your problems, and the
Yes.
third one decide that you are a kind of disorder lunatic son of the beach.
Yes.
What's up,
That's
guys?
good. Hey, Tim, speaking of lonely sons of bitches, how are you, Tim?
Hey, man, look at it. I'm not lonely. I got Bear with me.
Hi,
See
that
that?
looks amazing.
See that?
I'm just Mark Goldberg. It's Mark Goldberg's welcome back on the stream. You know this?
Oh, actually, I would love to meet Mark Goldberg. I would love to talk to him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Already after those leads.
Yes, after the leads.
Wait, is Mark Goldberg actually a lead? I don't know.
Well, you're a networker, Tim, so I'm sure
I'm building
be
bridges.
Yeah.
I'm all about building bridges. You know how it is.
Gotta
I'm
take a
flying
phone
to
call real quick.
London. Well, I'm sorry. What's
Man.
your name? Oh, this
That's
Timber
Trapper
Tramp.
John. Trapper John.
Oh, Trapper John. I
Trapper
Hello,
love
everybody.
Hey,
Ooh.
Jiro pal, how are you,
Man,
man?
you guys got a full
I'm fine.
panel
I'm
here.
fine. How are you, Archie?
Hey, man, I'm okay. What's going on? Talk to me.
I just talked to JJ. I asked him whether he would like to join.
JJ,
And
come back.
yeah, you gotta come back. But he's a little bit annoyed because you keep trashing him all the time. Maybe Archie should cool down. Give him some respect, because each time you said there is a truth, and then you again start bashing him. He lives in the basement.
I got this, you know, like a songworm in my brain. A songworm. JJ, come back. You can steal all the leads. I don't know.
Arch, I tell you, please stop bashing JJ. He's a great guy, and he
Yeah.
might come back. But as long as you keep trashing him, he won't come back.
The problem
Okay?
is, right? He said he'd come. Right? There's more promises made from that guy than my first wife. Okay. And
Come on! Don't
know
compare
what?
JJ to your first wife.
The thing is, right? I love the JJ. I'd love him back, but you know, it's Mike the Snake, $5. John looks like the type of guy I wouldn't leave my children alone with for 5 minutes. Trapper John, that's Trapper John to you there, Mike the Snake. I gotta tell you, did you hear about that? Perf Luxury's giving Archie Luxury advice. Is that right, Marcelo? What did he say?
Well, I mean, there was a bunch of people there that each one gives you a more crazy advice than another. I mean, one even almost suggests you to join this in the unit house, you know.
I know
think-
exactly what you mean.
I think I need to join this in that house. So
Yeah, I
live
gotta tell
streaming
you
is
that
not
it's,
easy, man.
Man, I gotta tell you, it's very, very not easy. It's a very hard way to go.
People
It's
think it's
hard.
People think you just turn on the camera and the show just runs itself.
I gotta tell you, have you heard the theory? Sovron's got a theory that the reason why JJ and Marco went rogue was because I never hazed them. They were never hazed. They were like cadets. They were
Have you
given the
hazed me?
golden. Maybe you also weren't hazed, but you're on my
Oh.
side, so we don't bring you up. It's only when we're talking. Okay.
All right,
okay.
gotcha, guys.
We don't let the truth get in the way of an argument or a theory. Okay. Hey.
It's possible. It's possible.
Hey. So they were
Yeah.
never hazed. They were like the golden child, the favored son. They were always given the green light to succeed. And then when eventually the pontiff turned on them, they could never handle it because they'd never had that hazing approach.
You know what? That kind of makes sense, because if you think about it, right, I was never kind of welcomed on Archie, right? Like a lot of viewers really like, they're not fan. I don't have a lot of fans in here, you know what I mean, right, Art?
Oh, poor Tim.
No. It was just saying the truth, right? Geopolitical, right? And Timber Tramp, right? Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, no.
So it's
Yeah, no,
possible. It's a good theory.
You know,
It's a
something
good
that
theory.
was something that was funny how much some people hate Archie so much. So when he's nice, he have a mental disorder. When he's a lunatic, when he's getting angry, he's a lunatic. So guys, decide.
Yes, I got to tell you there. It's very interesting there. I got to tell you. See, the problem with Perf Luxury is I don't normally watch YouTube channels that have less than 20 people watching at a time. You know, if you get less than 20, I'm not really going to watch. And
You know-
who lies about owning a Mini? That's what I do not understand. Who lies about owning? I mean, you're going to lie about a 7 Series or a Maybach or a Porsche, okay? But you're going to lie about having a Mini? What the fuck? He doesn't have a Mini. He lied about having a Mini. I mean, who lies
trying-
about that?
I'm trying
look,
to
I mean, a lot of
remember
people
who
come
had
on
them.
here. They try to be more than they are.
Who was
you know?
talking about
I
them?
don't
They
know
were
if I
never.
lied about
They
it.
were never that great because they broke. Here we go. M. $5 as an AC3 fan as well as a Tim fan. Thank you, M.
Thank you,
Trapper, how's things going? You're okay?
Yeah, it's going. Can you hear me?
Yeah. By the way,
got
now
this.
in my country, they've really gone nuts on the vax. You can't go out to a public place if you're not double vaccinated. I mean, I don't hate it, right? But
Well,
it's just Bear. The bear is
Public
in
place if you're
the
not-
house. Bear, what's going on,
Oh.
Bear?
Hey, Bear.
Hey, Bear.
Hi guys, hi everyone.
Bear.
The bear is right there. I seen it
bear.
earlier on
Is that
the
a pop
Tim
bear?
live stream.
Tim,
The
those
polar bear.
that's expensive. Anything with the bear on in Ralph
My
Lauren
wife gave
is
it to me. My wife gave
they're
it to me.
super expensive. Did you know that?
I think it is, yeah, because my wife gave it to me as a gift for like last Christmas or something.
Wow, that's fantastic, man.
Bear
I-
is watching over you, Timmy.
Thank you, Bear.
I love the shirt. What's the shirt there?
Lacoste, one
Bear?
of my Lacoste
Oh.
shirts.
That looks great. I love the
Yeah, this is
pattern.
one
man.
of those
Bear-
designer ones.
Bear.
Hey, did you
Bear.
hear about
Those characters.
Sovron has got a theory?
I heard that.
Oh.
That's, to be honest with you, I'm packing because I am getting ready to travel. But I had to log on and talk a little bit about it. By the way, you have a super chat.
Super chat, Frozen Yukon, $5. Bear growl.
Ah.
Bear, did you have the chance to see the amazing advice that the Pearl Ledgery actually was giving yesterday night to
Yeah, you sent me those clips. Goodness gracious, it's hard to watch that. I mean, you send it to me like they're probably each one is about 3 minutes or something,
Yeah.
and it takes an effort. It genuinely takes an effort, and I'm assuming you're sending it to me because you want me to see something. So I'm watching. So next time, can you just give me a short synopsis?
20
on
seconds. He wants 20
Yeah.
second vids. Get to
Just
the
mean-
point.
put the timestamp in that you want him to go to.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! When he starts laughing like hyena, and then you get that Jonathan, that Mengele sounding looking guy, and then you get the GMT mumbling something in the background, and then the wizard goes on, and
Yeah. I don't think
That's
that
so
GMT
funny.
guy is my friend. You know that, Bear?
yeah, is he your friend? Good, I'm glad.
I said, I don't think he's my friend.
Well, I don't know about that.
He's
I
a
just know
rogue
that-
agent. He's a rogue agent.
Oh, he's not an agent. He's just
Guys,
He's
He's
What
a
the
nice
guy-
guy.
salesman.
He's just
Guys,
a little bit
what
lost.
you
He's
guys
just too
saw-
kind. He's very kind.
By the way, what you guys saw yesterday, this is in the live. So I don't even want you guys to open the imagination what happened in the back room.
Of course, of course. So apparently, Archie, and there's this, there was an interesting fellow that Marcelo sent to me as well, which is something Deluxe, Lux, D, whatever the heck he is.
Yeah, it decided that Archie have this other mental problem.
Oh yeah, you have a narcissist disorder, and on every live stream, this poor soul, who by the way sounds like an old man that lives in a basement and eats old sardinas. And he basically keeps writing this, he copies and pastes this narcissistic disorder signs.
Yeah.
But Archie, did you ever try to deny that you're a narcissist?
This hobby is full of narcissists. To be a
Are you a
collector-
narcissist, Arch?
Of course I'm a
So
narcissist.
am I.
Self-interested, self-centered, egotistical. Hey, man,
So
we
what the
collect
fuck did they
Rolex!
What did they discover? What did they
Even Tim
discover?
is a narcissist. Tim
Do you
is
think?
narcissist.
I don't
Tim,
think I'm a
come on,
narcissist.
Tim,
Jesus,
come on.
Tim, you put rabbit ears on at every chance. Just so somebody will stare
Timmy,
at
be
you.
honest.
What
This
was
is
the
a live
narcissist
stream.
wear rabbit ears? Come on.
There is
Trade
no
the
bullshit.
attention.
But did you notice how Tim took the sunglasses right away when we called him a narcissist?
Hey,
Mike
I
the
want
Snake,
my
$5
hands to
in
be
gay
clean. I don't
culture.
wanna-
A bear
no
is
Yeah, I
puppet
know,
head.
I know.
Harry, a
I know.
man who projects an image of rugged masculinity. This is the
Yeah.
$5 super chat. And remember,
Thank you for
too,
your super chat.
the rabbit ears are a signal to the gay community to come on in. Remember that.
There's another super chat.
John
thought that
Also,
was
in
Gold.
the
a
gay
rainbow.
community, a bear
Unnecessary
is a-
background noise by Marcelo. Yes, we'll just mute him for the moment. I've just muted him for the moment.
Thank
Let
you.
me just say this to you, okay? Bear, I've just released Terry Watch Austin, £5. Mr. Bear, for the love of the shirt. Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Bear, on the Archie Luxury channel, I just released a video. Community announcement. Let's solve the Rolex supply issue.
I want to go back to the story that Sovron has his theory.
Sovron,
but
the
I have
hypothesis.
my theory.
Yes, so they were never hazed. I was desperate because Goldberg and what's his name walked away, right?
Right.
And what happened is I desperately needed a new crew. So instead
Let me
of
ask
giving
you
them
a question.
yes.
Can we pinpoint when did the whole breakup with Pigsley happened? What was the initial thing that happens with Pigsley?
Lola's birthday, maybe?
It's like
No, this is behind the scenes.
No, I got to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I'm a complete narcissist. I don't care about other people. Okay, I care about
know,
me.
but
There's only 3 people I care about: me, myself, and I. Okay, so
Thank you,
other
Archie.
people like Rolex, I couldn't give a fuck. I'm going to be completely
Your
true
honesty
here.
is always appreciated, but
Now
I'm gonna
I
say
tell you what
this.
happened. It was
The
death by
actual
1,000
process-
cuts.
The
It was
actual. Go ahead. You have a super chat.
Sorry, here it is. Here we go. Timepiece Fund, $5. Arch, I'm a product of 10 years of all boys private school and 2 years of military school. Hazing teaches you to eat man's heart with favor beans peacefully. Laugh out loud.
He's absolutely
Fava
right.
beans.
Fava beans. I got to tell you, man, that is
Archie,
the
can
way
drop the
it
link?
is there. And don't forget, too, Sirocco sales. He stole the pheasants. He ate the pheasants, too, cooked them on his gas stove at private school. There are skills you need there that Ken Fresno, $5. Why do we need Goldberg back when we have Mike's insight into the gay community? Hey, I don't know.
Archie, can drop the link?
Yes, we can drop the link. Let me just say
But
this to you,
I'm
Bear.
going back to my theory now.
Look,
And
I tell
this
you,
is-
where
this
it
is- if we're
started,
going
it was death by 1,000 paper cuts. It was not one thing. It was
But
never
there is
one
something
thing.
that encouraged it and triggered it. There was a
I tell you
catalyst.
what triggered it. It was
There
the
was a
fact that
catalyst.
it was that. Okay, I'll tell you what it was. Sovron and Plastic would send me screenshots of all the big super chats, and also they were really letting me know.
But
'cause I
there
didn't
was
even
no
look-
courage enough to still break with you.
exactly.
Something happened.
What
Somebody was called on another live stream.
Yes.
Somebody was crying like a little bitch.
Yes.
And somebody actually came through and saved the little boy.
Yes.
And then somebody offered the little boy a job.
Yes. The Nico.
So
And
I'm
then he
just
had the cheek to
wondering if there is some alternate motives.
look. I got to tell you,
I'm a
If-
conspiracy theorist, just like Doc.
Sorry,
BBC.
I gotta
Richard,
tell you
my
this.
wife called.
yeah, that's
wife,
okay,
wife
Tim.
needs to be answered.
Let me say this to you, Bear. What
Mm.
happened was, it's very simple. It's like this. He used to come on the show. He was enthusiastic. He used to love to come on. Then
Mhm.
it was little things. I remember him saying to me, when are you going to finish? And he wasn't concerned about me. He wanted to do the streaming afterwards because that's where the money was.
That was evident. I mean, he would sit and completely
He-
focus on the leads,
He was
and he would
completely
basically
dead.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you who else stabbed
zero
me. Was
contribution.
I tell you who else stabbed me? Your best friend, JJ. He stabbed me. We
No,
had Cars and
No,
Chrono.
that's not true, Arch.
no,
Arch, that's
Cars,
not true.
Cars and
Come
Chrono
on.
did
No.
a reveal of expensive Vacheron. He never said, "Hey, let's bring it onto Archie's
Listen,
channel."
Cars and Chrono is the guy that obviously maybe did not feel comfortable doing that on your live stream. What I'm trying to say, Arch, is a very different reasons for Marco and for JJ situation. Also, JJ was left behind for a long time, and there was a certain other circumstances that
I think
led
we're
to
wasting
that.
our time being nice to JJ, to be completely
No,
frank with
no,
you.
no.
Arch,
You're
if you
actually
want,
wrong.
Arch, if you want JJ to come back, stop bashing him, please.
But the
She will
thing is,
come back.
he's like my first wife. I'll come back. I'll come back. I'll be back soon. Yeah, just
Now,
be
But
nice
he keeps
to me.
trashing him over
Gero,
and
I
over
wanna
He
say
again.
something to
himself
Gero.
has said in his own streams he wants to use me.
Arch, I
Like-
just talked to JJ a couple minutes ago. I asked JJ, would you join the stream? And he says, I would like to, but Arch keeps trashing on me over and over again. Firstly, he declared truce, and after the truce, he attacks me over and over again.
Would they accept to come to the stream when I am in the stream?
No, Marcelo, we didn't talk about you. Just about Archie, because Archie
Well, there's a
keeps
reason why
attacking him.
Marcelo is asking you that question, because there was a demand for Marcelo to be kicked off the show.
I
so
know,
he
Just
comes
I know,
kicked off,
back.
publicly
I know.
humiliated and kicked off. Publicly humiliated and kicked
So
off.
let me answer to you, Gero. Nobody is bigger than this show. All of us, including this big YouTube star Tim Wright, can be kicked off this channel
Tim
like
who?
this. Because
Tim who?
ultimately,
Perfect timing.
this is ARCHIELUXURY show. This is not Gero show. This is not JJ show. This is not Bear Clooney show. And this show is big because of ARCHIELUXURY.
I agree with that, dear. I agree with
So
that.
no demands are ever going to be met or
Perf
be.
Luxury. Speak of the devil. Perf Luxury, $2. NPD alert. Bird brain. Bird brain. There we go. Thank you for the $2, Perf, and thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.
The Lone Star has the bronze
Wow.
for 4 months and comment. I don't know if you see that.
Yes, that's amazing. I love him. The timepiece fund.
Lovely
$2.
guy, Archie.
At
Lovely
Eton,
guy.
Prince of Wales gets hazed, makes a better king. Yeah. Let me say this to you guys.
I have a question for you, Paul.
Yes.
I had an all day to think about it, and another reason I'm coming back, even though I have to travel, is this for you. Question for you.
Yes.
Under what circumstances would you allow Pigsley to return? And also, second question.
Yep.
Why do you think it's so important for for Pigsley to return?
You know what? I don't particularly care.
He doesn't want everyone to see the toxicity.
You know,
He wants to.
he wants to control the narrative.
Exactly right.
I think the truth is with Pigsley, he's a liability when the community. I think Nico's going to coach him and say, "Don't respond to this stuff. You've got to be positive and nice to everyone, even the haters." He's trying to reinvent himself. Okay, he's trying to reinvent himself because he's unsaleable as he is now. He's a nasty, vicious little man.
There is a
with
bigger
70,000
problem. There is
Canadians.
besides being nasty, vicious little man with $70,000 bamboozled, not stolen, bamboozled from dumbasses.
Yes.
He's also not very effective. He's boring. He has no social interaction skills. He is completely flat entertainment-wise. And how about if I make this call? Nico regrets it now that he did not pick Tim right.
But Tim didn't even want a job.
Doesn't matter, but that's a type of individual you need. You need someone who actually has a persona, who can approach people, who can talk to people. Look at Nico. Look at his personality. Look how he engages, how he wins over
Yeah, but
a
I don't know
person.
anything about watches.
Who gives a
No,
flying fuck?
Tim.
You think that's
Tim can sell a
relevant
toilet paper
factor?
as a watch and you will sell.
Marcelo, let me finish. This is in my head really important. This is why I came back. I want to talk to Paul about it because I think Paul needs to see that. I don't know that Paul sees it.
Can I say something, Bear?
Wait.
Sure.
Let
Hard, $2. JJ, come back. You can blame it all on me.
That request to have Marco on was not. It was thought out. And I think
I
that was
right?
the whole reason he came on last night.
No, there were two reasons. The first reason was to promote his Facebook page.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
second reason was to spontaneously suggest of Marco coming here.
Hey,
And
Meanwhile,
Nico is my friend. Nico is my
the guy
friend.
drives a Ferrari. You can't blame him for not wasting his time. He doesn't have time to waste.
100%, Paul. 100%.
He's a businessman, a
But
very
don't tell me
successful.
that Pigsley idea was spontaneous.
No.
Bear, one question. Do
The
you
problem
think
with Pigsley is can I explain something to you? Nico thought by buying Pigsley, he's getting the consensus of the community. What he didn't realize is that Pigsley is divisive and he's also fractured the community. It's like this. In business, you never want to say you're a Republican or a Democrat because you alienate half your customers. You never ever talk politics in a business because
never.
it's very silly. You know what I'm saying? It's very you
I'm a
never take
horrible
sides
businessman.
because you never know the background to people. People who you think would be Republicans can be Democrats. And this is the whole thing. You never
All communists.
open
All
up.
communists.
Now,
Oh,
I'm
come
sorry to
he's coming
interrupt.
back.
You
Come
have
back.
four
I
super
gotta
chats.
tell you this. Honestly, I saw it. It was so bad. They were streaming 3 hours before, 3 hours after. I tried to tap him into line, and I gotta tell you, Tim was one of the worst. Do this. It was a
I got
disaster.
you, Paul Thorpe.
Sorry, I got
Archie,
it
Christian.
disconnected.
I was
That's
working
okay.
hard, Arch.
Hey, Bear, I got to tell you this. The reason with let me say this to you. The reason Pugsley, will I welcome him back? Let me tell you this, Bear. I would welcome him back. You know why?
Tell me.
Because it's good for the ratings. The viewers will like it back. And
Absolutely, I agree on
the
that.
thing is, Bear, you can ask him hard-hitting questions.
Guess what, Archie? I will
Yes.
ask him hard-hitting questions, no question about it. But I will, after that, never share the live stream with him because I don't have a face like him. I'm not a piece of shit who can backstab people and then surround himself with them and act like nothing happened. I cannot do that. I can't. Can you?
Yes.
Bear is very
Look-
nice. I would share because I would bench the fuck out of his face.
people
I
act
gotta
like
tell
he's
you-
the Messiah. I just don't understand it. Just don't give him any air. Don't give him any air.
I got to be
It's not
honest
that.
with you.
It's that he is associated with a very successful YouTuber and also very successful green market watch dealer,
Yeah.
who's now
And-
methodically and intelligently working on reintroducing him to community. While in
Yes.
reality, I'm going to work extremely hard
Well, I
to
would like to
keep
ask
the
him.
picture of him alive exactly as is.
I would like to ask him. Let me tell you, if he
And
came on,
I'm
I would ask him a couple of
late for a
questions.
flight.
I'd like to ask him
He's
how
going to be late for
come.
the flight. He's going to be late.
Oh, you gotta quickly, Tim, quickly.
Cheers, guys.
Talk. Put in big
Yeah.
screen for the big star.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that I'm going to London. So, guys.
No,
That's
me,
it.
him.
hey, put the bear back on. Put the bear back on.
Bear. Have a safe
Going
trip,
to
Timmy.
London.
Have a
Where you-
safe trip.
which airline you're flying with?
Delta.
Business or economy?
Well, I was upgraded to a little bit better than the economy.
On the wing.
Next to
Premium.
work.
He's sitting on the wing.
Yeah.
Premium. You got premium economy.
It's Comfort Plus. It's called Comfort Plus. I don't know what that means, but there's business, then there's
It's a
like,
plus. Every plus is
It's
a
plus.
positive thing.
Yeah.
no
it's
one over
positive.
200 pounds on either side of you.
Exactly.
Can you imagine?
Pounds.
Can you imagine Archie on one side and me on the other side?
Yes, that's
That would be a tough
I-
one, Timmy.
You know what? I would
Bear.
sleep very comfortably.
Thank you,
Very
Timmy.
warm.
Tim is the perfect example.
We got
of
super chats.
jealousy.
Lone Star Watch Collector, $2. I hear Marcelo's in Tokyo cooks with bird meat. And Omar, $2. The official figure is now 80,000.
No, Omar, we're not gonna play that fucking game, joking
Guys,
and turning it
I
into
gotta go.
mockery. See you.
Cheers,
T-
everybody.
safe trip.
See
Safe
you later,
trip.
Timmy.
No more mockery. It is 70,000
70,000.
Canadian dollars. That's what it is. Let's not play fucking games.
We want to hone in on the fact it was 70,000 US macaroonies. And Mr. Zoso, $5. I vote for JJ to come back, and huge bonus to kick Marcelo off. I know, not going to happen. Too bad we can't vote. Happy Tim is back. Yes.
By the way, Oscar is the guy that actually used to give the super chest to Archie, and now he just gives peanuts and he gives super chest to JJ and Marco.
Bear, do you think, Bear, one question. Do you think getting back JJ is a good thing or it's a bad thing?
A good thing.
Me also.
But
And you know what? I think
not
yes.
at any price, not at any cost. It is ultimately honor to be on this live stream. So anyone that's on this live stream should be honored to be on a live stream with ARCHIELUXURY. And if you're not, you don't belong.
We love the
I want to
pundits.
see
We love
his
the
face
pundits.
being in the stream with me here. I want to see his face.
Ryan Vlogs Live, $2. So freaking boring when Bear controls this stream. Bear's not controlling the stream. He's only on for a bit. He's talking. Omar, $5. Archie, I appeal to your wallet. Kicking JJ and Marco in favor of Marcelo is costing you literally thousands of dollars a month. Well, let me say this. Marco, he didn't even wish me happy birthday. I raised $70,000 for him.
Omar, I'm going to also disagree with you on this one as well. I'll be very frank with you. At one point when our dear friend Pigsley got completely disengaged, the super chats were starting to die. It was extremely flat and boring streams. And when I would give him shit for that, he would comment, wow, it can be always good, it's okay, it's okay. So it wasn't all milk and honey. Archie has a good days, Archie has a bad days. That's the way this fucking thing is. So this perception of Pigsley making money for Archie is not necessarily indicative of truth. It is just how it happens. I've seen live streams.
The best month I had was when we booted Pigsley and JJ off, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, drama makes money.
I didn't haze them. They had no hazing. Do you agree with the Sovron hypothesis? They were not hazed. They were not brutalized. They were given a cadetship. And this is what happens when you be wet nurse to these boys. They didn't turn into men. They just turned into egotistical assholes.
I just want to say hi to ER. She's in the chat.
ER, we love you. We love you.
She actually made a post, really a good comment. I just started watching the stream. I'm in agreement with Bear. This dumbass learned the hard way. He won't be getting another cent from me, and I gladly got rid of my WhatsApp. I think that speaks the volumes. I don't think I need to add anything.
Yes, very quickly. Vince Fine Arts, $2. Bear, nice herring shirt. We have herrings for sale. There we go. Vince.
Thank you very much.
Arts there.
Archie, how are you?
Hey, man, I am fantastic. It's great to hear you. Divine Insurgents, $5. Archie, have you been to mainland China? No, I haven't. I haven't, actually. I would love to go there. ER, just highlight that there. There we go there. Very, very important there. A very important message. And I got to tell you.
I remember when Marco first came on and he talked about how he was only going to have one Rolex Explorer because that's the one he fawned over, and he was going to collect all these other things, and he was only going to get that after he built his real estate portfolio, and then he turned into Rolex Superman once he got the maybe after the birthday stream.
Excellent point.
Wait a second. Sometimes the producer Mike, he want to do actually a live stream completely something else about cars with the Mike the Snake, and he got pinched and laughed at yesterday in Perth Luxury. What is your comment on that?
That's ridiculous. Perth Luxury. Here we go. Lone Star Watch Collector, $5. How many $5 super chats to get Marcelo?
Can I give
$50. You tell them. Give them the price.
No. Okay, so to shut him up, it's a $1 a minute. So basically, If you want him to be quiet, it's
So that's
$5
5 minutes now.
for 5 minutes.
Yes.
If you want him kicked off at the beginning of the show, it's $100. Middle of the show, it's $50. If you want me or Archie to yell at him, it is 1 minute, $50.
Yes, there we go.
So that's
And
the
here we go.
price.
That
Crotch
extra
hard-
30 seconds killed you.
Crotch Hardinal, $2. The Bear for the compliments. I love to come on show. Crotch Hardinal. There we go there. And Neo, $2. I gifted Pepsi GMT2. Archie would fix all. There we go, Neo. Thank you so much. And we got the Real Plastic, $5. Pontiff, the drugs are kicking in. I'm watching a grown man crying about some kid wishing him happy birthday.
No, it's actually not a kid. He chooses not to be a kid. He just plays the whole I'm the kid when it's convenient for him, and I'm the man when it's convenient to him. It is to be respectful to a person who actually gave you existence on YouTube, put you in a contact with Nico, and got you opportunity to have a job. And on the top of it, give you opportunity to earn $70,000 in less than 3 months. So
No
that's
part-time.
what the problem is, Mr. Real Plastic.
Notice how he only pulled off the kid persona.
Yeah. It's such a well-played fucking routine. He's a kid when he is being attacked.
Suits him.
Yeah, when it suits him. But when he goes after Marcelo, he is man is talking now. When he feels surrounded with all these douchebag supporters who gang up against one guy. A very courageous motherfucker, okay?
It was laughable when he said that.
Of course
I mean,
it
you
was
could
laughable.
just, I mean, Jesus.
So no matter what, Archie can change his opinion. You can be back on this live stream. Nico is going to probably call me and message me on the messenger. I'm not going to stop my narrative. And it's nothing to do with my agenda. I have nothing to gain here. Literally, this is why I am fucking untouchable.
Yes, that's it. You can't be bought. You just tell the truth. You've got no financial interest here.
Zero.
No streams afterwards.
Nothing.
No, nothing. And it's a pretty powerful thing, really. It's
Hey, Archie.
Yes.
We had our first stream today, me and Mike
Yes.
the Snake, and it was
How
very
did
nice.
that go?
It was
Any
all right.
viewers?
You know, it's our first. No, we had 2 unknown viewers. We don't know who they are. No, but it was good. We're just getting started. So if you ever want to join in at 6 o'clock in the morning,
Ooh,
you're
it's too
fine.
early for me. No.
Super
The
chat.
Real
Yeah,
Plastic,
it's-
$5. Pontiff, the drugs are kicking in hard. Now there are 2 grown men crying about a kid wishing a grown man happy birthday.
Thank you for super chat.
Thank you for your super chat, The Real Plastic. Let me tell you this, Bear. I got to tell you what, man. When Nico comes on the stream with Pugsley, what wristwatch would you be wearing there, Bear?
I will probably leave that stream
Okay.
out of respect to you and Nico. I would not be on that stream because, in all honesty, I actually like Nico a lot.
Yes.
We were friends way before Pigsley even existed. And I supported Nico when he was not well-known entity in Facebook
Yes.
or YouTube. So
Yes.
I'm not going to disrespect Nico, but I'm not going to back off on the Pigsley agenda at all.
No, very, very, very good there indeed there. Bear, I wanted to ask you this. You have no hate for Goldberg now? What's happened? I don't understand this.
No, I hate Goldberg. I hate him, but in a very nice, natural way, the proper way. You know, not like Pigsley.
Yes.
Pigsley is different. The Goldberg, it's a nemesis thing. It's you know.
Yes.
But
He
I
never
can
hurt you financially. Yeah, he never hurt you. in
listen.
your pocket.
Goldberg never did anything
Yeah.
except that he left. He got upset.
Yeah.
Then you had some exchange. You fought properly, okay? You had argument, you had a fight.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? But
Yes.
since he left, he's not doing anything to hurt your stream. They were
No.
At least that's the perception. Do I hate him? Yeah, of course I hate Goldberg. Come on.
Him and
Yes.
Clive ganged up like a couple poodles on Archie.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
the
they did.
depression they caused him, they're fucking dicks.
I
Pardon
know.
my language if you were monetized,
I
but-
take Goldberg instead of JJ and Marco any day of the week.
The Goldberg, what? I'm sorry, Marcelo?
I take Goldberg instead of JJ and Marco any day of the week.
No, I'm sorry again. I'm going to stand behind what I believe. JJ is not a bad guy. JJ does not, in any shape or form, deserves to be associated or compared to Pigsley. JJ has a good heart. He's a loyal friend. And I continue to believe in JJ. I think Pigsley is very manipulative, he also plays on this note of JJ being his protector, his older brother, and he's pulling the strings, emotional strings.
Okay, I want him to come to Archie's stream and apologize to Archie, and also give a small apologize to me also, and then it will be acceptable as a member, as a friend. If Gerald Paul can organize that, I accept him 100%.
If Archie can have on his stream anyone that he wants, and he makes decision what are the stipulations.
No, of course, Archie do the decision. I said
if he wants Goldberg tomorrow, he has a Goldberg tomorrow. If he wants Pigsley, he wants Pigsley.
Bear, I didn't say. I mean, I said from his part, if he can come to the stream and be a man enough to apologize to Archie and give a small apologize to me, it will
I'm
be,
hoping the day will come. I hope the day will come that he will apologize to you like I apologize to Lolex.
Yes.
Because I think that would be a wonderful thing.
You are it takes a very big man to apologize when he's made mistakes. I apologized myself. I said to Rolex, I've treated you badly on numerous occasions. It's always hard to eat a shit sandwich. Let me say this to you. Lone Star Watch Collector, $2. Silver Vacheron Overseas. What say you, Pontiff? You know what? The whole Vacheron situation, I remember when they were cheap. And they're beautiful. I could have bought a Gen 2 three-hander for 9,000 Aussie. What's that?
Gen 2 is garbage.
It's
Was it before Richmond, Arch?
No, Gen 2 is only a couple years old. It's not that
Gen
old.
3 is the way to go, and we're going to always argue about that.
But it
Such
was
a superior watch.
It's got it's like saying, you know, you got to have the current BMW. Well, if you didn't have the previous one, the current one wouldn't exist.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. There's a huge difference in movement, in design. They hit the ball out of the park with the third generation. And frankly, I love Vacheron.
How many VCs have you got yourself?
I got at this point just the blue dial Vacheron Overseas third generation, and I think it's a
three-hander.
And I had a second generation chronograph black dial, and I hated it. It was too thick. It felt inadequate. Once you taste, you feel the real deal. Just my opinion, but I know your opinion.
$5 Archie Luxury live stream. The real housewives of the watch community. The community.
I like Bear's saying, "Fuck the community."
Look, I got to tell you, Bear, I reckon we could get rid of this Rolex supply problem if we got rid of. Keep 2 Rolexes. Everything else must be sold. What do you think of that?
I don't plan to do that.
Okay.
I have no interest in helping community.
Yes.
Community literally means nothing to me.
To you. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough there. It's I gotta tell you, seriously, this whole situation could end. People are hoarding these watches. How many do you need, Bear? How many? Looking at your collection.
Ideally, I would like to be the only one
Tell me
owning
this.
all the Rolexes in
If
the
you
world.
had the chance to
I'm
liquidate
a total
everything,
narcissist.
if you liquidated all your watches, right?
Yes.
And say you bought a piece of real estate or something else,
Yes.
would that tempt you?
No, because I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the diversified investments that I have. Watches.
There's nothing that could interest you. You don't see like a vintage Lamborghini Miura or something
Not
like
at
that.
all.
Think,
Nothing.
you know
I
what?
love nothing more. Watches are for me my pleasure, my art, my joy, my hobby, and also decent investment.
Can I pose a thought experiment?
Sure.
T. So what do you think would happen if, no matter which Rolex you bought, you were only ever guaranteed, say, 70% return on investment? Because the first question that everybody
Over what
asks
period?
is,
Over what period?
in forever, or
Then we
maybe
would
just
all
maybe
own-
just your money back.
That's
not
a very,
doubling,
that's a
not
very smart
tripling.
question.
Because the first question that anybody, that I see mostly asked of you is, do you, one is, do you think this watch is topped out? Or two, is this watch a good investment, and what do you think it'll go to? And I think that's totally the wrong questions to even ask, but
I totally agree.
I think that would...
I wanted to make an announcement. I wanted to apologize to Lone Star, and I think that guy is a cool guy. But the thing is, I miss, he should probably come here to the panel and be, if we can reunite some of the how we say the super chat donors and the people that used to be here that realized what's going on with all this mess. Come back and Archie is not a lunatic
Super chat.
the way that other guys say, he's a cool guy. You just need to understand this.
NV Scotsman, here we go, $3. Nice shirt, Bear. Do you have the pants to match?
No, I don't. Thank you, though. I appreciate.
What
the
about the
compliment.
footy pajamas?
Yeah, why not?
Diego Sweet Cheeks, £5. Marco was hitting on me, and JJ kicked me with his club foot. And the real plastic $5. Please sing "It's My Birthday" and I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. You would cry if Marco and JJ left you too.
That's a poor singing, Archie. We gotta do it again. Let's do it together.
It's my birthday and I cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. You would cry if Marco and JJ left you too.
Good, not bad, not bad.
Let me say this to you.
Gotta give the value to people.
I've got to tell you this, Bear. It's incredibly, this whole community itself there, I've got to tell you, seriously, I had that question you said there, what happens if you could only make 70%, right? Well, let me tell you a story.
It's a great question.
I had a deal with a good friend of mine and a watch dealer. He would sell me things at cost, but if I wanted to buy something else, he would sell it to me at cost, but I'd have to trade back those pieces, what I paid for with him. Does that make sense?
I see.
So, what that means is he would sell me things at wholesale, but I'd had to sell the stuff back. There's no profit taking. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I got to be honest.
My answer
with you.
to that question is, I think, honestly, if that's the case, people would just not be hoarding Rolex. Because in your mind, every additional watch is representing financial loss. So we would return to a time when people owned one or two luxury watches. I think the value increase in watches, and let's be specific, primarily Rolex, is driving this whole hoarding idea. I really do. That's probably, this is why I like your question, because no matter what we say, we try to pretend to be watch enthusiasts, this and that, but ultimately value plays
It
such an
always
important role.
comes to the money.
No, that is
Which
right.
is-
Alex, they're driving the whole industry here.
I got to tell you guys, seriously, with watches themselves, there are much better investments than watches. Let me just give you a case in point. I bought a watch. I've had to use credit cards, so I'm paying 14. All of my credit cards are low interest rate, which is still 14, 15%. Okay. So if I buy a watch on a credit card, that's costing me 15% a year in holding costs, right? Now, the reality is, guys, if you buy, let me explain this concept to you. If you can't really borrow, you've got to borrow at high rates for watches because there's no deed or title. Like, even if you buy a car, the interest rates are low because they've got the security on the car. That's how the whole industry is. If they didn't finance the car industry, nobody would buy new cars. Everybody would be, the sales would be about a third of what they are now because they got leasing, they got novated leases, they got this, they got so many different ways to find. Most people don't stump up with the cash and buy it. Okay. That's the thing is with watches. Let me say this to you. I really think the best thing you could do to make money is to use leverage. Like if you buy in Australia, you buy a property negatively geared, meaning you have a yearly loss. It comes off you. There's tax incentives to buy investment property. You can even, in our case, me and the wife, we took a gamble on buying in a unit. We borrowed, listen to this, Bear. We had we got a house in middle class suburb, right? We had good equity in it, Bear. We bought a unit, investment apartment. We did not put $1 down. We borrowed the price of the unit, which was $330,000. I borrowed the stamp duty, which was another $10,340. The bank fucked me over. I even borrowed for the mortgage insurance for the 1 year for them. That was $6,000, $346,000. I borrowed everything. I paid the legals, which was $2,000 myself. That's all I did, right? Borrowed money, you rent it out. That thing in the last couple, okay, timing is a bit lucky. It's now worth nearly 500. And that's from the borrowed money. You see what I mean? You made big return. These watches, they're not a great investment. There are shares and properties. You look at the returns on the watches. The problem with the watches is there's no yearly dividend. There's no rent you get from a watch.
This is why I call Rolex collections mutual funds. So it's okay. Like you said, it's not investment, but it's going to hold. It's going to increase a little bit.
The dividends have enjoyment, Arch.
I got to tell you this. It's like watches are also, the thing is too, the watches are also very much like anything specialized. Say you died. Do you honestly think your wife would get top price for your watches? Would your wife get top prices? Because,
you're right.
You know, there's sharks. I'll be honest with you. A lot of these dealers, the reason they make so much money, they don't pay. You make money when you buy cheap. That's when you how you make money. You don't make money from overpaying. The reality is, if you died, would your wife be able to liquidate your collection?
Not as I would.
And would you understand it that these things are worth more secondhand than new? That concept is
very strange to people. Yeah,
it's very. They get angry. They say, "That's not my right. I want to. I can't. I'm not paying." You hear this all the time. I'm not paying over retail for a Rolex. That's correct. Well, don't get it then.
Exactly.
I'm not. Look at Diego there. He's a classic cat. I'm not paying over retail for this. Well, you know what? You're just not going to get it.
Why, you don't see Diego as a guy who would pay over retail?
No, because he keeps telling the story. He walked in and got one. Remember? He tells the story. He's the mythical.
That's a new flex. That's a new flex.
That's the new flex. You know, the reality is, guys, this whole watch community. Seriously, the price. You have to buy so much garbage in that to get it at retail. That's not a true reflection. Rolexes should be 2 times the price in the AD. Normally what happens is you price a product and that's supply and demand, the equilibrium. Right? You have this equilibrium where there's supply in stock and there's demand, okay? They work together. What's happened now is because, I'll tell you the reason for this. After World War II, you had retail price maintenance because after World War II, there was massive shortages, okay? Because all the metals and minerals were all in the war effort. So after World War II, mass shortages. You had all these troops back home, and there was demand for building materials. There was demand for everything. Everything, including wristwatches, was in short supply. So they had
What did
retail
they build
price.
boats out of then?
Well, they even used concrete. But what I'm trying to say is you had retail price maintenance. There was no discounting. You were lucky to get the product if you could get it, right? Used to be 3 3/4% for the wholesaler, 3 3/4%. Sorry, 33.25% for the wholesaler, 33.25% tax, and 33 for the retailer. This is how the distribution method worked for a lot of products. Then, once the war was finished, oversupply came in. So you had advertising and you had people would discount. People started discounting. In the 1950s, people didn't normally get discount. You were lucky to get the product, yet alone a discount. Later on, 70s, this is when we have abundance. They were making more than they could sell. Do you understand? So then they start discounting. That happened with Rolexes. Remember, I used to make videos how to get a discount. How much discount do you want? Don't buy new.
The whole
buy
concept
pre-owned.
of your channel
Basically,
was luxury goods for a discounted price.
Wristwatches. Once you bought a wristwatch, they were worth substantially less in the second. That's like most products. Most products, you buy it new, it's worth substantially less on the secondary market. So guess what happened? You had all these consumer laws and everything changed for this new model. Guess what? The retailers say, we don't fucking like this. The margins are getting smaller. Everything's fucked. You know what? Let's change it. Scarcity marketing.
I watched that
Scarcity.
the video you did about it. It makes sense.
Hermes invented it. If we
Did
make
they?
something, sorry,
Did they? Hermes started that whole thing first?
Hermes was the first brand.
Interesting.
Now, whether it was true or not true, out of interest, I don't know if you know this. You know the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow,
Yeah.
1970s Rolls-Royce, right?
Yeah.
Did you know they used to sell over retail for many, many years because you could not get supply?
Interesting.
Now you look at a Shadow is nothing. They're like garbage, okay, because they're 70s Rolls-Royce. They're actually, you can get them very cheap. A nice one, you can get a nice one.
No
$50,000.
cars. No cars. No cars.
But what I'm trying
cars.
to tell you is
either watches or drama. That's it.
Okay, watches or drama. What I'm trying to tell you is this scarcity marketing. The companies are taking it back and saying, you know what? It's not working. We don't want to discount. We want to control the market.
Right.
So what we do is we get this. It's worked out fantastically. You know who did this firstly? A resale market. You know who started in the watch industry? Patek.
Huh.
Because Patek used to buy, they were saying we're starting the Patek Museum. They want the rare pieces. They want to bring them into the museum, to the house.
Super good.
But did you know by doing that, they were buying stock that's in the marketplace. I'll get that super chat 1 minute. They pushed up the collectability. They started, if the Patek magazine, I've got the Patek magazines from day dot. They always had the auction results at the back of the magazine. This is how, look how great it is. They're valuable. They were the first serious watch company to show that their product had value. Rolex, they never had value. You know what? Rolex wouldn't even service an old. They'd say that watch.
Yeah,
is
they
too
were
old
ignoring
to
the
service.
vintage pieces. That's true.
They were completely shit. They were very dumb. They did not understand. They're Swiss. They're very slow, and they did not understand this market. They will, and still today, Rolex won't service a bubble back. They won't service many vintage pieces, and you wouldn't want to take it there anyhow because they'd end up changing bits. And oh my God, vintage is so specialized. But what I'm trying to tell you is the model didn't work. Guess what now? The same things happen for cars now.
Yeah.
This shortage, whether there is a chip shortage or not, it doesn't matter. The thing is,
it is shortage, period.
the makers are taking control now.
Right.
They are now
By the way,
saying
Archie, we're missing super chats.
2 super
please.
chats. Kelly's forehead, £2. Arch, I was head of the class at college. Thank you so much for your... I think Kelly's got a very nice forehead. I think that's a
She's
bit...
beautiful lady.
She's
Beautiful
very
lady.
beautiful. Mr. Tudor, to you, $5. Archie and Bear, what do you think about Tudor's new release tomorrow morning? I'm locked with my AD. By the way, guys, I got a very interesting paid review coming out today on the Paul Pluta channel. This was a review I did. Guess who it was for?
Who?
Pugsley Malone.
No kidding. He's
Listen
a good
to this.
friend of mine. Bugsy is a great guy.
3 watches. He wanted me to review a sub collection in a collection.
Okay.
3 Tudors.
But can we answer
Harrods,
the question
Black Bay.
before we
Sorry.
get to that Tudor question?
What do you think about Tudor's new release?
You obviously don't give a flying fuck, do you?
Boring. They'll probably be boring. I didn't like the silver, the bronze, and they just missed the mark. I want
What
a
are they
fucking
doing?
Coke.
They're doing new
I want
Pelagos.
a fucking Coke.
We all do. And ideally Coke 58.
Yes.
Fucking, that would
They
be
did a
so
gold
hot.
version, full gold version of it.
So they're doing Pelagos, right? They're doing Pelagos, I think. Does anyone know, guys, what they're doing?
Maybe the French
asked-
Navy Pelagos.
Yeah, I asked the AD when I was down there last time. He didn't know shit about it.
We don't even
But
like the French in
who am
Australia.
I?
In Australia, we don't even like the French. You know that?
Why is that?
Those bastards got angry when we cancelled our submarine order.
No
Yeah, they
kidding.
Very
did.
fucking nasty.
They
Fuck
got
you,
really
you
upset.
frogs. If you frogs are watching that there, fuck you, right?
Oh
We
shit!
wanted
My best friend-
nuclear. We wanted American nuclear subs.
Oh
It
my
wasn't
god!
just
My
the
best friend is
submarines,
French. I'm
Archie.
going to show him the video.
It was the
Super chat, super
The
chat.
nuclear.
it was the
Nuclear
cruise
subs.
missiles. It was the cruise missiles that came with it too. That was a
You
big
know,
part of the order.
Here we go. Non Iron John, $5. FJB. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go. Let me say this to you, Bear. I tell you what, man. Seriously, the whole
So
watch
you were
industry-
doing the paid review for Bugsy,
Yep.
and there was 3 pieces that you felt special about. Go ahead,
Look, I'm embarrassed to say this.
tell me.
3 pieces, 3 Tudors. They weren't exactly the Tudors I would choose, but they were pretty good.
Tell me.
Harrods, Black Bay.
Yeah, I know he has that.
Pepsi tuna,
Excellent.
and a Monte Carlo blue.
Wow.
What is there to complain about?
You know what? That's cheaper than a Rolex sub. 1 lousy Rolex sub and 3 killer pieces.
Killer pieces, man. I agree.
Their
I
quality.
own all 3 of them. I don't own Monaco sorry, not Monaco.
Monte
Help me.
Carlo.
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo. 2 Reg. Monte Carlo.
But does he have a blue version or a black
Blue.
version?
Blue.
Beautiful.
Blue.
Beautiful.
They basically
you know
have
what?
the trio.
Makes you
Hey,
think,
yeah,
Arch.
yeah,
Makes
yeah.
you think.
I said Divine Insurgents $2. Les Français un élément pas
Pas
vous
vous
aussi.
They don't like you either. That means
There
they
you
don't
go.
like you
They
either.
give you this, Arch.
Yes.
They give you
I
that.
love the French. No
Of course you
offense
do.
there. I love Vuitton. I love Hermes. I love them all.
And
okay?
Chanel. And Chanel.
And
There you go.
100%.
So you
There
love
go.
friends. To get in
Yves
touch
Saint
with them.
Laurent. I just get angry. You know, I got angry when they started. They blasted. You know, the French. They blew up that Rainbow Warrior Greenpeace vessel in New Zealand. Very nasty. And they were doing nuclear tests in the French atoll. That's not so nice either. Okay.
Archie,
French
continue talk. I'm going to record this to my French friend. Continue.
The French were never that friendly, okay? Remember that.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Car Fun, $2, AC3. Pull up the Tudor website. Comment on the hint. Comment on the hint. Let's get this baby up there. Tudor watchers, let's get this baby up.
Weren't the original French, was it the French Navy that they are talking about this reissue or whatever? But isn't that where the left-hand drive on the Pelagos LHD
look
came
at this,
from?
ready to embark.
Or do you know?
Look at this. What a sexy sight. 11 hours,
I would
53
say that's
minutes,
what it is.
5 seconds. Very, very clear. I like it. I like the teaser. It's a teaser.
Look at that black base ceramic.
This takes me back, Archie, to the Austin streams.
He's talking
Is that
about
good or bad? You said he's your hero. He's your hero.
No, I don't have heroes.
What happened to Austin? I don't know why, I don't understand this, The secret to success is 80% is just showing up. You know this? Here we go.
Actually, so basically the review that you said, it was a diver.
These are dog shit. Look at this. The 1926. That's dog shit, don't you think? Actually, it's cheap dog shit. 2,500 for a 41 mil.
The review that you did, it was a diver, a GMT, and a chronograph. So the question is, should I take these free Tudors instead of one Rolex?
That's actually not bad. 41
I
mil.
don't mind it.
White dial, 2,500 Aussie. That's cheap, isn't it? Is it waterproof? Sort of.
I like the strap in the deployment. That's nice.
Is it a dress watch?
Piccolo, $3.50. New Zealand. Marcelo, what's your favorite cut of meat? Yes, good question. What's your favorite cut of meat?
I guess it's red.
No, the cut.
Like a rib fillet.
The filet mignon.
Sorry.
Prime rib.
Tomahawk steak. I want tomahawk steaks, Bear.
No, I like ribeye.
Yeah, you ever had a tomahawk steak?
Yeah.
Ribeye with the bone.
It's ribeye with the bone. Yeah, that's right. Bear, what do you think of this? This is a Tudor 1926. It's 2,500 Aussie. That's Canadian money too.
But Arch, is it a dress watch for 41 mil? It's a little bit too big for a dress watch, isn't it?
Look, it is what it is. But is it waterproof? Is this an oyster case? Is it oyster case, Bear? What do you think?
I don't know.
It is
Is this the new release?
No, this is just something we're just looking at here.
I don't like this at all.
No, it's cheap, Bear. It's cheap. Waterproof to 100 meters. 100 meters, Bear. What do you think?
There's nothing unique about
this blue one isn't terrible. Look at this blue one here, Bear. What do you think of that?
No, I don't like that.
2,500 as a graduation gift for somebody.
Okay,
or just getting hired.
Would you rather give this or give a Tag Heuer?
Tag Heuer.
I take Tag Heuer.
It's cooler, you're saying, or what?
It's cooler than this.
This is not cool, is it?
No.
This is daggy,
it's very childish-looking watch. It's like something school student, like a high school student would wear.
It's for Marco, I think.
You like this black stuff here? You know, this PVD type case.
I like these. I like these chronographs.
Ceramic.
I like the. Yeah, it's okay. Black Bay is okay. I mean, of course, that's their bread and butter. But what's the hint? Do they have a hint for the new release?
Yes, they do have a hint there.
Super chat. It's getting political again.
It was just water and then had Marine Nationale on.
Oh, so it's
on
going to be...
You missed a super chat.
This is the hint. There we go. Look at that there. Here we go. We missed a super chat. Let's go and scoop that baby up there. Divine Insurgents. Arch, what are your thoughts on the DPRK, North Korea, and Kim Jong-un? I think he's a lunatic. The guy's a military dictator. I mean, what do you want me to say there? I mean, the guy is dangerous, man. The guy is dangerous.
You have a Novato, by the way.
He's exactly a lunatic.
You wear a
He's a
Novato.
lunatic. Exactly. It's
Arch,
Archie,
would you
Archie,
prefer
you haven't-
Kim Jong-un
you
or
haven't-
Joe
You
Biden?
have a Novado. It's the only watch probably that they probably
Look,
sell in
jokes
North
aside,
Korea.
seriously, Joe Biden is a democratically elected leader.
Brain
Yeah,
dead
you
leader.
can't compare that to
You can't compare the two.
dictatorships. Come on, man.
You can't compare exactly.
Honestly, I would be
and
feeling
next,
safe.
Next, you'll ask me about Joe Biden or Putin. I'd rather have Joe Biden any day of the week, democratically elected leader.
Well. Let's not get carried away here, Mr. Pluta.
Yes.
Archie, what do you
Let's
think
not
about
get carried
Kim
away.
Jong Novado?
I like what I do like about Kim Jong-un is his pleasure squad.
Oh, yes. Hey, have you ever seen that movie, Dictator?
Yes, I love
With
that movie.
Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yes.
Yes.
What
Great
a
movie.
freaking
Great
genius.
movie.
That guy's a genius.
He
I
is.
love that guy.
Arch, would you have something intimate with his sister?
Sorry?
Would you like to have intimacy with his sister of Kim Jong-un? Because his
Archie
sister's
going to
looking good.
disappear now. You want the Archie to be me with
Yeah, I
the
think they're a
table.
bit dangerous, you know.
Is she hot?
She's pretty good. She looks good.
Can we see a picture? How do we see her?
No,
his
I think we
sister?
stay away from that.
Are we staying away from that
Fine.
shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
Put it on,
Kim-
Arch. Show
Kim
his sister.
Ong
Come on.
Jung is actually a fan of the channel, so we don't say
You
much
see,
about it.
you know what?
Yeah.
His sister's hot.
You never know, man. You never know. I can see him enjoying this because he's a big fan of American pop culture, movies in US, and
Yes,
you're part of
yes.
that culture.
I
You're
gotta
that-
tell you, if Kim Ong Jun invited me over to North Korea and to be my friend, you know what?
You would go,
I could change sides very easily.
of course.
You'd
Why
have to be-
not?
I would love to.
Archie, you invite
would love
Kim
to.
Jong Jun to the panel?
Yes, we would. Just be careful what you say, bud. Okay.
We have over 230 viewers, and we have only
You know
41
they used
likes.
to hijack people from Japan. Did you know
Can
that?
we please
know that?
upvote, please, and thank you very much for everyone. Try to ignore these haters.
He kicked some Japanese. Yeah. We know.
They kidnap Japanese. You know about that, don't you? Yeah.
Of course I
Yeah.
know.
It's crazy. Because then they brainwashed these Japanese to do terrorist acts. Bear. It's actually documented.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
Sad.
but Divine Insurgents $2. Which watch does Kim Ong Jung wear?
I actually knew that.
Yeah, he has an
The
IWC, doesn't he?
He has
got a few.
IWC and he has the museum collection. What the heck is the name? You know, the museum collection. Fuck. I'll find out. You guys talk. I'll let him know.
Yeah.
I was intrigued by dictators and their watches. Putin's guys got the best collection by far.
Well,
Which
you
is
realize if
amazing
you want to
for that.
see the prime minister or the president, you give them a gift. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it works. You want to see them, you give them. Would you see someone if they gave you a day date, Bear?
I would love that. And I was gifted a day date, by the way.
Who by?
The gentleman I was telling you about, he gave me a gift day date. The
Which
gentleman
gentleman was
that takes a private flights and so on and so. He gifted me the Soprano dial day date.
Who gave you that?
Friend of mine. He gifted me 2 watches, day date,
Wow.
champagne dial, and the
You're a lucky
Breitling.
man.
Huh?
You're a lucky man.
What did
I'm
you
very
do for
lucky
that?
man.
Did you save his life? Beer?
No, I'm just a very good friend. We've been friends for a while. And
Guys, you guys need to understand there is so much rich people. that pay
Movado
for hotels.
Museum. Thank you, Vlad. So Kim, the little pygmy guy, the one that looks kind of like Pigsley, he owns the Movado Museum and
But he's
some
8 inches
IWC.
taller.
He's a little bit taller than Pigsley. That's true.
See, guys,
He
there is
lost,
rich people that pay for hotels $1 million for a week, and to
Kim
buy
lost
this
some
day,
weight
this
recently.
is like peanuts. I mean, so it's okay to give
I'm just having a
presents
quick
like that.
toilet break. I will be
Toilet
back.
break sponsored by JJ Lacoute. I miss JJ. Do you guys miss JJ?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Bear, there's a misunderstanding.
No, JJ is a very decent guy. He's, as you said, Beer, with a very good heart.
Yeah.
A genuine guy, really genuine guy.
Unfortunately, he's got a wrong clasp on his Patek. I told him that. I'm just fucking around. I'm fucking around.
We all collect luxury watches, and there is a misunderstanding what is luxury watches and what is the luxurious people. There is the people that these watches for them is like Patek Philippe all time is like going to a dollar shop to buy a watch. For them these prices are nothing.
Can you go a little bit slower and a little bit lower?
Move your
Let's
mic
try
a little
again.
closer to your
I'm
face.
gonna train you. I have accent as well, so just go a little bit slower and a little bit lower. Go ahead.
And closer
I'm
to
trying
your
to understand.
microphone.
Okay.
And
So
closer
like
to the mic.
better?
See, now Diego and I are coaching you.
Like this is better?
Yes, go.
Okay. So there is a lot of, we're collecting luxurious watches, like expensive watches, and these things are. There's a lot of rich people that for them this money is peanuts. It's like buying a world-time Patek in a dollar shop. So
I don't buy that. To be honest with you, it's never peanuts. Buying those watches is never insignificant, even for the rich people. I honestly don't see it as such.
No,
because I know rich people, and they're rich people. When they spend $1,000, they feel shitty, just like I do, just like you do, just like we all do. It's a misconception that rich people, some of them are even more affected
Stingy,
psychologically. They're stingier. They're being very hard on spending.
Why it happen? Because they have basically more money that they can ever spend.
No, for them it's a kind of it's a game. They don't want to make a bad deal, and therefore they're very stingy. And the reason why they're so rich, because they're successful, they're stingy, and they make good deals, and that's the reason. So nobody, as I know, would don't care buying an expensive timepiece.
Yeah.
Everybody counts
so
his
if
money.
Nico said yesterday that some
if you say like that, how come you can? No. If you guys think
what did Diego say? What did you say?
I was saying Nico was saying that his celebrity clients, some of them can be a pain in the ass about price.
Yes, that's a good point. They got shitload of money, but actually they feel they're owed something, and they have this whole. I'm gonna tell you, I've seen people that are so wealthy they can take my whole collection and laugh at it, but they were contemplating buying Longines for their wives and thinking it twice. I buy for Danny Clooney, Chanel, and Rolex, and I don't think twice.
I have a question to you.
Yeah.
How come I'm that rich level that I can afford myself to go to a hotel that I pay $100K, maybe $200K a night, because I'm taking the presidential suite, and I'm flying, of course, first class that I'm paying like $20, maybe even $30,000 for the flight alone.
Yep.
And then I become stingy of buying a Longines or a Rolex. And
I don't know how that works in their mind. I really don't.
A hotel room is probably on a business trip and therefore a write-off.
Who knows? I do find that many of them actually are not happy people. Money truly doesn't buy happiness.
Exactly.
Many people think, if I have more money, I would be so much happier. It's not necessarily the truth. It's not necessarily how it works. One of the reasons I enjoyed Archie's whole everyday millionaire concept is if you get to a point that you feel comfortable with your finances, that you don't feel you are going to get fucked if you lose job, if you get sick, so you have a bit of a nest egg and you're a little bit comfortable, and you can actually be as happy as the person that has $100 million or 300 or 500. Then you get to a point you see these people who are billionaires and who dress like they have no money at all.
Yeah. But Marcelo, the people, the percentage of people you're referring to, this is a a tiny group of people. It's one
Exactly.
of hundreds and 100,000, I guess, who can afford spending 100K a night or something.
I might be on the outside here, and maybe you guys don't agree, but I can afford to buy nice watches. But at the same time, if I see a pair of pants that's $120, I'm not going to do it. I can't justify
you are
spending.
not. Most of us are like that. I mean,
Yeah.
isn't Archie perfect example when he had those shitty fucking drapes and he was surrounded with carpet beetles and he had fucking nothing, literally,
Yeah.
but he
So-
owned 180,000 or 200,000 worth of luxury goods.
Yeah, so I
That's
think
because you
it's
can't
really-
take your pants off and get triple the amount for them
Right,
in the shop down the street.
right. Right.
But I
Which
was always
goes
like that before.
that goes to your original question, which is, I think it's another thing that I find rich people. I see this. They don't really care if the watch is going to increase in value. Like really rich people, they don't tend to care if it's going to hold the value. I seen a very rich guy who owns a huge company in Ontario, Canada, bought a at retail gold Frank Miller. Archie would lose his mind on that, but he doesn't care
But
because
could-
also he owns the yacht.
He should have asked for the discount, but shouldn't he?
No, he didn't. He
Doesn't even
doesn't
about the
care.
difference.
The guy owns a yacht, owns a private jet, owns whatever the fuck he owns. He has a staff that he pays on a yacht more than you make a year.
Beer.
The
May I
shop
ask you
owners
something?
have to
I
eat
think
too.
beer for a man, I think it's a watch, it's the shoes. The shoes are also very important because people take
Not for
notice
me.
of you.
Well,
shoes.
Gero, don't. For me, I like my polo shirts more than shoes. I mean, everybody has something. Don't ever speak generally speaking. Don't. You sound almost like a fucking TGV, giving us a list what makes a gentleman. Fuck TGV. I'm not a fucking gentleman. I
Who
don't
wants
care
to be
about
a
shoes.
fucking gentleman?
I buy $40-50 shoes. I don't care. And you guess what I do? I buy them and I throw them away after 2-3 weeks, and I buy new again.
What's that?
3
You buy what?
weeks?
Sorry.
I buy cheaper shoes, but I throw them away.
I see.
Look, I think Bear is respectable enough for you to go to a meeting with him for him wearing that shirt and maybe flip-flops, and he's still going to be okay.
Yes.
SR Bell $672 AC. Do you sit on the toilet when you go for a PP?
Are you sitter or stander?
I always sit, because otherwise
It's
they
more,
get
it's
wee.
relaxing, right?
Yeah, it's relaxing. You know, I can check my phone.
Exactly.
Unless you have black pants on, you know.
And also, I don't like to, hit and miss. I don't like hit and miss. That's not a good way to be.
Aim,
guys,
you gotta
I gotta,
aim, you
uh,
gotta.
No,
I
and
gotta
also
get
you guys
going, but I
forgetting
just
one more
wanted to-
thing. When you're getting married, there's always a big argument with the wife when you lift the seat up and you left it up. And then there is a big argument about that.
It's as easy to put the fucking seat down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
get going, but I just wanted to stop by and say hey and make an announcement. If everything goes well with what happened today, I won't be able to buy watches for about a month and a half. So we just put an offer down on a new home.
Oh, congratulations. man.
So-
That's actually more important than anything.
So hopefully
Yes.
they accept the offer, and hopefully the AD doesn't call in the meantime.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know
Otherwise,
what
it's
I'm
a
gonna
credit
do.
card.
Yeah, I can't do that either. That's a new debt, so we'll see.
How fast can you get the paperwork?
But don't
Filled
worry
out
about
for
it. You
the
can
HELOC.
cancel your credit cards. What I found is when applying for finance, you can cancel the credit card, tell the bank you canceled, and then they give you 14 days to get the card back. You quickly get it back and swoop it all up. Done that many times.
Yeah.
Expert
Alright.
advice.
You
I'm
guys have a
telling you,
good
that
night.
Luxury to Last book was not the book you should have written
No.
first.
I
You know,
know.
this-
I know. Piccolo, New Zealand 350.
Wait,
beer
wait.
or
I
beer?
want to ask him why do you say that? I'm trying to figure it out. And when I don't understand something, I'm going to ask. Forgive me.
he I don't know if you saw the stream where he was explaining how he got his platinum Amex card, I believe it was.
Yes.
And well, it's better if he tells it, but it was
Do you mind giving? I don't know what exactly. It sounds
well,
interesting.
Look, all I did was with my dad, he was an accountant. So he went away on holidays. This was to get the gold one, firstly, the gold card. And I asked him, would you help me get a gold? He said, I'm not going to lie for anyone for you. That's what he said to me. He went away on holidays. So I filled out the application. And when they rang up, I was answering his phones. I was going to say, yes, I'll confirm the income. And I got really worried. The day he came back, I thought, fuck, they haven't rung yet. I went to the mailbox, and there it was. My Amex gold card was in the mailbox. They just approved it. And then to get the platinum, all I did was I was working for he was a friend. We're no longer friends, but it's not because of this. It was another couple of other reasons, egotistical, narcissistic. But I put a lot of business expenses through and got the platinum because you had to spend $100,000 a month consistently.
Oh shit!
And in the watch business, that is very easy to spend $100,000. There's no problem.
Yeah,
with
it
that.
is. It is. It is. Interesting.
Kelly's forehead, $2. I'll be on in an hour and washing my forehead. That's awful. I don't know why they get. I don't see anything wrong with her forehead. Her forehead is.
Neither do I, Arch.
It's just nasty. You know what I mean?
Bear, can I ask you a question, Bear?
Sure. Of course.
When you were gifted the Rolex, did you
brand
turn
new,
it down initially?
What was it like?
It was used. It was not brand new.
But I mean, the
Box
polite.
papers?
I mean, did
Box
you
papers?
say no? I cannot take this.
No.
You know, first you just took it. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I said, for me, really? Thanks, man. I really
just
appreciate
like
it.
I heard that before, like Pugsley's. For me, really? Oh my God, you're making me sick, Bear.
What am I going to do, Arch? Would you turn down the date?
What size?
He
again?
just turned one
40
down.
millimeter. You seen it? I showed you.
The 40 millimeter.
40 millimeter champagne dial. Soprano look, but soprano wears a
why
36.
did he give it to you?
That's
what did he say?
That's my dream.
Was it
watch.
box papers? You got it? Box papers or
Everything complete?
What did he say to you? Was it wrapped up or how was it?
No, he just handed it to me. He said, "Listen, I know you love this. Here, keep it." I said,
Very cool.
honestly, I said, what do you mean? To keep it for you and wear it for a while? No, take it. So take it like it's mine. Yeah, it's yours. Oh, okay. So I can even sell it if I want it. Well, you shouldn't. You said you love it. Okay, but if I want to, yeah, it's yours. Do whatever the fuck you want. Now the Breitling Rainbow.
Yes.
He said he gave it to me brand new as a gift. It was packed. It was for the occasion, for the event. So it was a gift. This was more of a, here you fucking loser, you cannot match with my wealth. So it was a flex in a way. He flexed a little bit. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you're friends with him still?
Of course. And I was friends before that. So that's not the reason why I'm friend. But I'm counting on another
He
nice
sounds
gift.
like a good guy.
Oh, he's a fantastic guy. No kids, no really close family, very good friend.
Fucking perfect. He made all the right choices then.
Yeah, I did good, eh?
I got to be honest with you. With his charm there, I just didn't feel.
Are you trying now to make me look like a total dick and you make yourself look like you're such a fucking angel?
No, it's not that. I just didn't get the good vibe with it.
I was asking because
if he wanted to give it to me,
me,
he would say, "Here you go." It would just turn up and you would have it. Like this guy.
This is how it happened with me.
You know,
yeah. Let me ask you, what would you? By the way, someone is asking me how tall I am. I'm 6 feet tall. Same like you, Archie. You're 6 feet.
Yeah, 6 feet something. Yeah.
So tell me, what would you do in my situation?
Oh, you've graciously take it. You never look. I've had many gifts given to me, right? Nothing is as fantastic as that there. But I got to tell you one thing. I found. Let me give you some advice. No matter what somebody says to you, never ask for a gift. Always.
Oh God, no! That's embarrassing.
You never, ever ask for anything. You just very graciously say whatever gift. I say I want to give you a gift. You say, oh, whatever you think. I've even had rich people say to me, "What would you like?" And I say, no.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
You think that the Pigsley's people, Pigsley's
Yes.
little cronies,
Yes.
are going to use this now against me as
No,
an
I think-
example.
I didn't think you did the wrong thing, because what happened, I'll tell you
After
this now. You know, with his charm, he didn't just give me the watch and say, here you go. He kind of asked me, and I said, look, hang on, stop. I didn't like how it was done. I kind of felt it wasn't, I got to be honest with you, Bear. I don't think it was genuine. Okay?
No.
No.
And what I'm saying to you is, if you
I
wanted
don't
to
know.
give me something, it would just turn up, and then I'd have to send it back. That's how you
Look,
do things.
I want to say something funny.
So you said there was a
bit.
bit of agenda.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I don't want somebody to give something they don't really want to give. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Look,
Makes
so I'm
sense.
going to
I've
say
said
But the
this
most interesting
before.
question is, what did you do for getting this gift? Are you a dentist?
I didn't do anything. I was just a very loyal friend.
Look,
Hey,
Hearing
I
the
got another.
story
Okay.
behind
I
how
got to tell you a
Bear-
story. I
Okay.
got to tell you a story.
Guys,
I got another.
wait a second. Before Archie say a story, I wanted to say, yeah, I do believe that guy is a good friend of Bear, and I'm very, very happy that Bear don't reveal the details of that guy, because personally, of course, would hand that guy, would look to hand that guy, and he would demand something from him for sure.
Even if it was something not so
Let
valuable,
me tell you this
the
story.
way
Okay?
it was
I
presented,
got a friend of mine who
you
works
did
in
the right
corporate-
thing.
I got a friend of mine. I got a friend of mine who works in corporate. Right, I'm not going to tell you what his profession is, but he had a very successful win for one of his clients,
Mhm.
and the client said, "You can have any watch you want,
Mm-hmm.
new." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he immediately said, this was going back a few years, 5970, perpetual calendar chronograph. And the guy turned around and said, almost any watch you want. Okay. Okay.
Almost.
Okay.
That's funny.
The guy said, because he was a watch person, he said, you can have a perpetual calendar, or you can have, it basically came down to two watches, a perpetual calendar or a platinum Daytona.
You obviously took perpetual calendar.
No, this is not me. It wasn't me.
Oh.
This is a friend. I'm telling you the story.
I see.
He thought about it. He actually took the platinum Daytona.
He did well. What a
Yeah,
nice,
mind you, this same guy.
what's the
he
biggest
also-
gift you ever got?
Let me just say this to you. He also had a heart quadruple, not quad, octo, 5 blockages.
Oof.
He had serious. So,
Actually, by the way, is the guy,
sometimes
the guy
in
that
life.
have the platinum, is your friend that have the platinum Daytona with the diamonds?
No. That guy bought it. No. It's a different. This guy's in America, anyhow. Look, I gotta be honest with you. You know, I think you've got to I think you guys are looking at this the wrong way.
How?
You got to remember this. Every time you accept something, nothing is given free. There's always a cost.
Exactly.
You have to give up a piece of yourself. Here we go, Pavel. Let's observe 15 minutes of, sorry, Marcelo, here we go. 15 minutes of silence. Let me say this to you. Every time you get given a gift, there's always strings attached. Nothing has no strings. And eventually, let me say this to you. Say somebody gives you a Ferrari. Okay, let's say they give you a day date.
Mhm.
And then next week, they give you a Daytona.
Mhm.
And next week, say he keeps giving you day dates. Eventually, you'll say, you know what?
What the
How about we
fuck
make-
is going on? Yeah,
Exactly.
that would be
You
the
know,
question.
so what I'm trying to say is that there's always strings attached here. And
Well, there are certain things I did for him as well, which were very beneficial to him, but I don't want to talk
yeah.
about it.
No, of course. But I find myself, I got to be honest with you. Sometimes the ultimate is not to just, I think if you're given a gift, someone wants to give something, you genuinely accept it. It depends how it's given. I assess it how it's given.
So
Like
the way I
Hisham was going
described
to
it,
give me that Daytona. I could have said, I want the Daytona, right? But I said,
well,
Hisham.
if I'm correct, Hisham did not even approach you. He went to Tanzil, told
Yes.
Tanzil
On
to
the
tell
show.
you, to super chat about it.
Yeah, I just didn't feel comfortable with the whole thing. You know what I mean? It didn't feel. I don't want to force somebody. Say
Did you
somebody
ever-
has a big. Let me tell you this. Sometimes people have big mouth. They make.
Not
I make.
sometimes,
Sometimes
most
you
of
can.
the time.
Sometimes you can make. Your mouth can make promises your wallet can't cash.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes I like to let people off the hook. I'm not going to crucify him because he may have said something, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. If you genuinely want to give me something, I will graciously accept it. But if I feel you're kind of manipulated into it, I'll let you off. Because in my mind, I never see it as mine. You see what I mean?
I
That's
do
the whole
understand
thing.
what you're saying. I just have one more question in relation to that. Did you actually communicate with Hisham about it directly? What did he say? How did he? What was the outcome? Sorry. go ahead.
Sirocco sales $5 when Marcelo is muted. Can he cook a steak on live stream? Good point there. Let me just
Cooking
say
with
this to you.
Marcelo.
What happened was this. Let me tell you this. What happened was.
Marcelo, when you get unmuted, Sirocco would like you to cook, to grill the
Well,
steak.
he's got no.
On the
He
live
can't
stream.
just cook steaks in his restaurant. He's got no customers there. He only eats the steaks. That's for
Maybe
the
he can have
customers.
a steak and eggs for breakfast.
He goes to 7-Eleven and has that terrible sausage. That disgusting sausage. He doesn't have money to waste. Just because he sells premium steak doesn't mean he eats that stuff.
You might want to pre-cook a couple in case he gets busy, though.
He doesn't pre-cook. It's all fresh. They don't pre-cook nothing. This is what you're the best of the best of the best. You don't.
I was
pre-cook
joking.
This shit. Let me say this to you, Bear. I didn't like how it was presented.
I understand.
If it was if he really wanted to give it to me, he would fly out and see me and give it to me.
I think it was in a way a form of flex.
Look, you know what? I tell you honestly, I don't particularly want something that somebody gives, but they don't really want to give it. You know, I want them to really want to give it. You know what I mean? I've had a few things. I had that Omega. The most valuable thing in watches was an Omega Speedmaster. A Speedmaster.
You still have it, don't you?
That's correct. Yeah, it's an older Speedmaster. You know, the automatic one.
Showing it.
You know, look, the thing is this. I got to be totally honest with you. You don't have to give things to. You know what? Sometimes, Bear, true happiness comes from not lusting more. You know what I mean? I tell you this now, when I had 6 Pateks, right? 6 Pateks, I desperately thought, you know what? I really want a chronograph. I really want a perpetual calendar. I really wanted next step. But you know what? When I sold a few off, I realized, fuck, I'm so lucky to have, I got 4. I'm so lucky to have 4. I think, you know what? How could I be upset, greedy, wanting more? And when I've got a few Rolexes, I had 3 Rolexes. I desperately wanted a Pepsi. I want the Pepsi. You know what? I don't even need the fucking Pepsi, really.
Do I have to say,
Okay.
Pepsi would wrap up your collection so perfect.
Bear, Pepsi is $30,000 at the moment on the grey market side. Okay, so let's be realistic. Okay,
I know.
You know what, Bear? I tell you something realistically, right? Let me run this by you. What would you rather have? Do you want to retire at 55 in a modest lifestyle, or retire at 70 exorbitant? See, the thing is, those 15 years, eventually you come to realize real wealth is time. It's not necessarily material
Archie, we were
possession.
talking about it while you were going for a toilet break. It's exactly that. That's your whole concept of everyday millionaire and being able to sustain yourself in the worst case scenarios and not feel unable to survive. And this ability the great opportunity to be able to tell people to fuck off when you feel like telling them to fuck off. Such a beautiful thing.
I've got to tell you, I think
are you in a position, Paul, to
Yes.
tell people to fuck off if you feel like it.
Not really. I like to pretend I can, but not really there.
I am.
Yes.
I really am. And I can tell you
That's okay.
that's a true freedom. I can literally tell
Yes.
anyone I want, fuck off whenever I want.
Interesting concept. Look, I don't think I'm that far behind. I put it this way. Let me say to you this. Let me tell you something, Bear. In my case, I've realized a few things, okay? I can't tell the wife to fuck off, okay? Okay? I've been there a few times. I've done that a few times. You know what, Bear? It might be a good idea if I don't say that to her.
Yes, agreed. Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. Okay.
How much would it cost to you, Arch? 70% of your wealth if you do this?
Well,
About that.
for starters, it's our wealth, right? Best
Exactly.
case scenario, speaking with a lawyer friend, is 40-60 in her favor.
Does that include debt?
No, well, basically the debts, what they do is they look at the total pool.
Yeah.
Actually,
You did a spreadsheet or something. I remember
exactly.
you didn't show
The
that.
debt just comes
I
off
missed
it. I mean,
that.
but what I'm trying to tell you is
and
this.
JJ were doing that live stream. That was very interesting, actually. You guys were doing finances and where you are and where you stand. It was a good show. It was a great show.
Yeah, it was okay. But look, let me say this to you, okay? The reality is this, right? If I sold my watch collection, I could pay our house off.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So in some ways, that is fuck you position, right? If I like, I gotta be with YouTube. When you say, can you tell everyone to fuck off? YouTube could end for me tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay, YouTube can end because they could change the algorithm. You're supposed to turn it on an angle. See. It doesn't matter. It's not our beer. It's not our beer. It doesn't matter.
We have a Bear Looney, £1.
Bear Looney, £1. Thank you so much, Bear Looney.
And who else? A picture. I'm trying to see the picture, Archie.
That's an actor, an English actor who Steptoe and Son. You know,
No,
Steptoe
I don't know.
It's a 70s TV program called
I
Steptoe was
see.
the grandfather in Steptoe and Son.
Okay.
Bright Blue comment, $2. Should I trade a PAM 1537 for a Grand Seiko SBGJ 227 1 for 1? No, I don't think I'd do that.
Can I ask you something in regards to that?
Sure.
Do you actually think that this whole trading sometimes doesn't make sense? What I'm trying to say is, why don't you just sell your watch and then see what you can do with that money?
Well,
what's the point of trading?
This is a nice. I like the blue. It's got the blue. See the blue on it there, Bear?
Okay.
Look at the blue. It's got a nice blue. It's actually quite a nice PAM. Okay, it's a nice PAM.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to read you the Grand Seiko? Okay, so it's SBG 227.
SBG 227.
Correct.
Oh, Peacock.
Oh no, Peacock is way better choice.
Yeah,
equal trade.
Possibly.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Said 1 for 1.
Yeah.
I take the Peacock.
I take the Peacock too.
There we go.
That's actually one of my favorite.
It's only $2. Let's not waste time on it.
True.
Bear, let me say this to you.
Cheers, guys.
Sometimes in life,
Cheers.
I was working a consulting. I was working in a job, and I was paid an hourly rate. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? I would pay $200 to my boss if tomorrow I don't have to fucking come in. But the problem is you have to come in, otherwise they say you're unreliable and they don't want you back anymore. But I honestly, when you start to think about paying money not to turn up, then you realize, maybe do you really need to be here? The thing is, Bear, let me say this to you. I think it's all how you live. Let me say this to you. A lot of people, you could be worth many, many times more than me. I'm not worth that much, really, okay? But let me say this. The important thing is, Bear, what I've tried to do is the structure. The structure. Like, if I want to tell people to fuck off, the worst thing I could do is go and lease a beautiful BMW.
Correct.
Okay, because then I have to find a BMW will cost me $300 a month in payment.
Correct.
$300 a week, not a month. In Australia, it's $300 a week. It's a lot of money. I don't want that slavery. See, it puts like handcuffs on me. I have to come up with the money. The other thing is they won't lend me the money either. Okay, that's another point. The other thing is, Bear, let me say this to you. In my case, I think the watches themselves, I like to have the assets. I like to have the watches in case something goes wrong and I want to leave, I want to go somewhere. You have some freedom. It's like money. Watches are a store. I'm really scared about currency, like keeping money in the bank, because there seems to be inflation.
It's definitely there's inflation.
Okay, like building products. So the thing is this, if you have, like, seriously, let me say this to you. Say you have $200,000 Canadian, okay? You technically, with $200,000 Canadian, you could keep a small mortgage going, and you could start a new life somewhere else for a number of years. It's not endless money. It's not a lotto win.
No. It gives you. It's
like a low cost country, say the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam. Right. You could have a reasonably nice existence, right?
Yeah.
This is the thing. You have that ability. Otherwise, you're trapped. See, a lot of people, what they do is, as soon as, like, say my house, right? I got a lower middle class. It's on a main road. It's a noisy house, right? We owe 200 on it. Okay? Well, guess what most people would do? They would sell this and buy executive home for another 300 or 400. So their debt would increase. Do you see? They're trapped. They're no longer. When you owe, at the moment, interest rates are so low, it's 2%. Okay, I locked in at 2%. That's actually, you got a bit of freedom there. What I'm trying to say to you, Bear, is it doesn't necessarily mean the person who can say fuck you is the one look at Trapper John here. He's got a van. He doesn't look, but he's probably got everything paid off. A fully stocked Land Cruiser out the front with tools. He can say fuck you to anybody. He's got
but
so
that's
much
the
resources.
point. I am agreeing with you, because I'm saying you don't have to be millionaire in a sense of the word that we imagine millionaires to be. You can be just a very smart,
these movies, these famous singers, right? These famous singers, pop stars, and that there, right? Like Elvis and people like that.
Oh, you're talking excessive spending and all that.
No, but what they do is they have houses, right? They have multiple houses, but each house costs $100,000 to run it, $200,000, because you need to have security guard there. You need to have rates, and taxes are high, and they never let people rent it because they steal stuff and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So their cost of living is very high.
Yeah,
but that's their choice. You know what I mean?
Which you don't do, and therefore you can sustain lifestyle that you have with significantly less money.
Exactly.
And what's wrong
I got
with
a
that?
Civic. Let me tell you this. My Civic has got 210,000 kilometers on it. Okay? It's paid off. Okay?
And guess what? This is coming down to my point. Yes. Fine. Drive the Civic. Have a sustainable expenses in relation to your wealth. Yes. The whole beauty is inability to be able to tell anyone you want to fuck off. That's better than any car, better than any watch, better than any possession. Freedom.
But I got to tell you, Bear, I think myself, if you've got to realize this, okay? If somebody gave you something, right? I don't have to say yes to everything either.
No. You never did, Paul. You never did. It's not you. Why do people love you? Those who do love you.
Well, I don't know.
Besides,
me.
Okay. I'll tell you why. You are exceptionally honest. You open your life to people that no other person does in a way that you do. And ultimately, you tell people things that are sometimes painful to hear, but they're truth.
Let me tell you this, Bear.
Arch,
Honestly...
How much money do you need if you retire, let's say, at 55 in Australia, and your house is paid off, your mortgage is paid off? How much money do you need to stay afloat?
With your lifestyle, Arch, with your lifestyle.
That's
to maintain your lifestyle.
Question. That's a good question. You know what? This is a very interesting equation. And I've done this equation because my dad, he is retirement age there. And the honest truth is, how much money do you need? I tell you what, a couple, to be comfortable, let me say this to you, okay? You can get the age pension in Australia. It's a government pension, okay? Realistically, a couple, if you have $1 million Aussie total assets, so you'd want to have a house, 400,000 or 500,000. You would have a reasonable car. You would have some money in the bank, and you would have some money in shares. I would say, as a couple, $1 million would be nice. Okay.
I think my opinion is same for Canada, by the way. But you know how many people will disagree with us.
Now, let me say this to you. Now, look at my dad, right?
Yes.
I'll tell you something about my dad. No one's listening, are they?
No, only about 250 people.
Okay. My dad, he looks like he's worth $5 million.
He does.
He's not. His problem is, I tell you, his big problem. He lives in a beautiful big house. Well, it's all relative. Compared to me, it's 2.5 times. House. It's 2.5 times the cost.
Does he live alone? Arch, does he live alone in his house?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The problem is that house costs so much more than my house to live in. You understand? Because it needs more repairs. It's got electric gates. It needs big garden.
Yeah.
Everything is expensive. In his case, he's probably got too much. Now, he loves the house. That's his hobby. It's like a doll's house. He likes his house to be exactly how he wants it. The thing is this. He goes, Sirocco sales, $5. Arch, if your assets are too high, you don't get the pension over here. That's correct.
No shit.
The means tested. It gets means tested. That's correct.
Oh, wow. Actually, Sirocco's got it, man. He's got it, Arch.
Sirocco, jump in.
You actually, for a couple can have 600,000, I think, before the means test comes out there. So they've got.
Actually, leave the link for Sirocco if you want to jump by.
Yeah, Sirocco's always cool. We love Sirocco's. I'll just tell you. Just hang on 1 minute, guys. I'll just tell you there.
You know, in Australia,
for a combined, if they're home, fuck, Bear. Listen to this. Besides your house, you can have 405,000 to get the pension. Otherwise, it reduces.
Wow.
That's not much, really, is it?
No, that's strange.
No, it starts to reduce. For every 1,000 over the limit, your pension will reduce by $3 a fortnight.
Fuck! We don't have that in Canada.
Sirocco, yeah, it's a bit of a nasty. Look, let me say this to you, okay? It's really tricky because the problem is my dad's finding it. He can't put money into real estate because if it doesn't pan out, sometimes you buy real estate, it can take 5 to 10 years to fix it up, to sell and get your money. But you know what I'm saying, Bear?
Yes.
He doesn't have that. He's 73. He doesn't have 5. He doesn't know if he'll be alive in 5 years' time.
Good point.
You put money into the saving, you put it into a term deposit. Guess what? The term deposit is fucking less than 1% in Australia. Sirocco, how are you? Concrete Boats 2000. How are we going?
I'm going good. I'm back home in Bundy.
Hi,
was it,
Sirocco.
man?
How are you, sir?
Good day, Bear. How are you,
Is the car
sir?
okay, Sirocco?
Hey, Sirocco.
I had a dead battery,
Yes.
but that's okay. It's all up and running again. That's
How is it
hardly
going?
surprising
Not
after
being-
3 months.
Considering it's not garaged, is it falling to bits?
No, she's as beautiful as ever. Just needs a bit of a wash.
Archie, do super
You might
chat.
consider pulling the battery terminals off before you leave it. Then
Yeah.
your clock and that won't draw it down.
It's something I always forget about.
Yeah.
Neo,
But there we
$10.
go.
I need 10 minutes of silence, please, Tweety Bird. Can I get 15 minutes of silence, special for me? Okay.
Yeah,
And
Neo
Diego.
deserves that. So 15 minutes, you are being muted, Birdie Man.
Sorry. I tell you, we're making good money with him. Isn't he good like that?
He's the best, Arch.
That's why you have to keep him around, Archie.
Exactly. Diego M, $5 Bear. I have found a new respect for you. Apologies for my past arrogant behavior. I hope one day we can chat one-on-one. We have so much in common. Look at that.
Thank you, Diego. Thank you.
Bear.
Actually, this
Not have
this,
too many friends here, Bear. Bear's going to be...
this means a
Bear
lot
needs
to me,
enemy.
Diego. Thank you. Thank you.
He's very,
Thank
it's
you.
very nice of him to say that. Let me say this to you. Sirocco, what do you think there, Sirocco? How much money do you need if you're going to retire? How much money? $1 million?
No, per month. Let's say per month.
No, forever. How much money? Assets.
Yeah,
Net
forever.
assets do you need?
Assets.
At 55, $1 million
Yeah.
probably isn't enough.
Fuck!
Depending
Sirocco!
on your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know,
But
if you
he
want to
said
keep your
depending on your
lifestyle up,
lifestyle, Arch, we were talking about it, depending on
Yeah.
your lifestyle.
yeah. If you want to keep buying watches, high-end watches all the time, well, you're going to need, you know, at 55, I would think, in fact, we had this conversation, me and some friends the other day, and I reckon 5 mil is probably, but that's not cash, that's assets, which you can use and down the track.
5 mil would be good.
Yeah,
but
and that's at age 50 to 55.
Sorry, say that again?
That's at age 50 to 55. And if you've
You
got
should-
that sort of assets, when you get to 60, 67, I believe,
Yeah.
I
You
think
should
that's
be able
when
to
the
get the
new
age pension.
kicks in. Yeah. And if you've got those assets, you're not going to get the pension, which is only like $300 a fortnight anyway.
Sir Bell.
SR Bell 67, Sirocco and Bear should make doctor's appointments 6 months in advance. There we go.
I actually make them every 3 months. I have a physical and everything, checkup and everything every 3 months.
You're joking? Every 3 months?
Every
Why do you
3
do
months.
that, Bear?
I'm diabetic.
Oh, fuck.
I have 6 months. I go 6 months.
Why do you do
I
that?
had a small cancer issue
Fuck.
last year, and actually I just
Fuck.
had the all clear on that, so that's good news.
Fuck.
Is it skin
me-
cancer? Skin cancer or what?
Prostate.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
ask you-
when I came back, there was a letter from me saying everything's good, and I'm discharged from the oncologist's care.
Sure.
so-
May I ask you something? Did you were prescribed Propecia against prostata? Propecia.
I don't know that. I use a natural product called saw palmetto.
Yes, extract. It's from the palm tree.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, don't know where it comes from. I was recommended this, and hey, it works. I'll
And
say
by the
to
way-
any guy out there over 50, make sure you get it checked.
Yeah. And by the way, do you know the good side effects from that? You get a hair regrow. Your hair grow again. So if you were bald, your hair starts growing again.
There you go, Archie.
There we go. Sirocco,
Maybe I-
Sirocco, you need $5 million, you reckon?
I would think so. If you're in your 50s, I think, and you want to stop working full time, and you've
What about
got to have
part-time?
those sort of assets.
You seen that? There's a great book in Australia called The Barefoot... what's it called?
Barefoot Investor.
Yeah, Barefoot Investor. And he says, look, what you need is, you don't need that much at all. You need a house paid off.
Yep.
You need to have a little bit of part-time work, which is also good for you mentally and physically. And when you say part-time, 2 days a week, 3 days a week max. and you also have, I think he said about 500,000 and a bit of pension as a couple. 500,000 as a couple. That's enough. You're on a fucking luxury boat. That's what your problem is. You're on a luxury boat.
Well,
Drop him, Archie. Drop him. He's making us depressed. Just fucking get him out of the
Someone super chat $20 to kick
You're
me out.
muted, Marcelo.
No, but Archie, I have a question. How Australia see
15 minutes.
YouTube thing as a business, as an independent? What do you
Any
see?
income is considered a business. Any income is a business. You have to declare. I'm just going to have to mute you because these guys paid for that. I don't want to give a refund. Any income source, whether it's prostitution, whether it's YouTube, or whether it's anything, is considered income.
Yeah.
Okay? As far as the ATO is concerned, that is all income. Doesn't matter what it is you're doing. If you're bringing in money, if it's not a gift, if it's a gift, that's a bit different. But technically speaking, any YouTuber, that's just a business. It's like anything. If you bring in income, it's income. You need to pay income tax. Income tax. That's what it's called. It's but Sirocco, the thing is this, I got to be honest with you, it depends on your lifestyle. See, you're looking at $5 million. Holy fuck.
So
See,
Archie, if you raise $70,000 in a fundraising and super chats and all other bullshit, are you supposed to pay tax on that?
Oh, 100%.
Just wondering. Asking for a friend.
Well, asking for a friend. Well, in Australia you do. I don't know about Canada, but I can't see it being any different. I can't see it being any different. America, Canada, Australia, the UK, Singapore. Singapore actually would be low tax, 17%. There you go. Sirocco, $5 million. Holy fuckaroonie, man.
And if you read the chat, there's a few people agreeing with me, and some are saying 5 to 8 million sterling. We're talking $80.
That's a lot of money. It depends what lifestyle you're having there. You're talking BMW lifestyle.
Well, not necessarily.
Toyota Mo super chat.
And if you don't want
super chat, $10. Hi Bear, hi Arch, Bear, Giro, and Sirocco. Please add an extra 10 minutes to Neo's chat. Neo is a great punter. Also, Marcelo just broke Neo's super chat. That's an extra 5 minutes.
Well, this reminds me, by the way, while we're talking about Neo, guys, just want to point to you that on the top of the chat, Archie always posts a link to GoFundMe page for our dear friend Blue Shirt Buddha, who is dealing with a very difficult disease, and his family needs help to deal with that. So please be generous. Go to the GoFundMe link and donate for our friend Blue Shirt Buddha.
You heard of that 4% rule, Sirocco?
No, just I think we were talking about it before. I missed it.
Now, have you heard of the 4% rule? They say in investing, you can take 4% of your principal out every year, and it should grow, recoup itself. 4%. So if you've got $1 million, 4% on $1 million is Bear 40,000. So you can take 40 out, and it will recover. You understand?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that
apparently
makes
the
sense.
4% rule is that you can take whatever total pool you've got, you can take 4% out a year, and it will
recover. It will refinance itself.
Regenerate itself.
How does it recover under the interest rate of 0%?
Well, you don't have all your investments in term deposits, of course. That's
Hello, humanity.
Hello, humanity. $5. There we go. Thank you, Toyota Mo. Add 5 minutes to Marcelo as a favor. I think we're going to have no sound for Marcelo at all. I'm sorry, Marcelo, but we just keep you there. You've got to stay. The terms of the agreement are...
Enjoy your beer. Text me if you want something.
He needs to stay on the stream. He can't even just leave. He's got to hang there in perpetuity.
They didn't kick you out. They just
in perpetuity. You. Exactly.
Hey, Archie.
4% rule. You can take 4% of your principal. Have you heard of the FIRE movement? There's a great movement called FIRE. FIRE.
Haven't heard of it.
Financially independent, retire early.
Yeah. Hey, can I just interrupt? Can I just interrupt?
Yes.
Sorry. I see our good friend Phil Collins is back in the chat.
Phil
Drop the link
Collins.
for the arsehole. See if he'll jump on.
Yes. No,
Phil
I gotta
Collins,
tell you,
come on the live stream, buddy. I
Bear.
heard you were. Is that Randall? What's his
Yeah.
name?
Bear, can I ask
He's
you
all
something?
mouth and underpants.
Yeah, yeah.
Bear, I want to ask you something. Just 1 minute there. Get a super chat. Toyota Mo, $5. Neo, you are too nice. Please add an extra 5 minutes as a favor. Bear, I want to ask you something.
That's
Retire
funny.
at 55, right, Bear?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many days? When are you going to? How many days a week do you work now? Not including Archie Luxury live stream, because that's hobby. Then
Honestly, I worked 7 days a week.
how many hours a day?
I don't know, like whenever. Like I work and I don't work. When I don't work, I don't work. I don't have set hours, if that's what you're asking me.
The thing is, when
But
do
I
you
get
wanna-
very busy, so I get engaged with a project or
Yeah.
with a conference or with a group or with the development or with
See,
presentation.
you said something to me. You're much wealthier than me. Okay, fair enough.
No,
okay?
no. I never said that.
No, but what
I'm
I'm
not
trying to
wealthy,
say,
man.
no,
I
but
drive.
what-
I drive Jetta. My house is
Yes.
half size of your house.
No, but what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is, your watch collection alone could buy and sell me. Okay, but it's not a competition. It's not a competition. You're getting the wrong thing.
My watch
What I-
collection is
Stop.
big. Yeah.
Okay, what I'm trying to say, you're getting the wrong idea. I think in your case, Bear, you have too many commitments and too many things you need to support. You said to me in one
Yes.
stream, you have to support your parents, you have to support your brothers, you have to support, you got to support Bunny Clooney.
Yes.
Bear, maybe the best thing you could do is get rid of these, try and lessen the load on your back.
Maybe.
In my case, I had 4 children. Since I was 20 until today, I've always paid for other people in my
Another
life.
super chat, by the way, from Hello
Neo,
Humanity.
$5. Neo, Toyota Mo, anything for you. Let's add another 5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. And we've got to keep him on the stream. The rules of the engagement is Marcelo needs to stay there and just he needs to stay on the stream. Now,
If this
I
meeting
gotta
carries on, sorry, if
Yeah.
this meeting with Marcelo carries on, does it actually roll over into tomorrow?
No. The rule is it only applies
Every
to the
day.
show that we are
Every
running,
day.
and then we start everything all over from
Here we go.
beginning.
We got that guy. Phil Collins is on.
Phil
Here we go.
Collins.
Is that Phil?
I don't
No,
know.
it's not.
No.
Hi, watch enthusiast. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yes.
Yes.
What's up, guys?
Let me say this to you, Bear. I think for you, maybe what the answer is, it's not earning more money to have more money to retire with. It's to reduce your expectations.
Could be Archie. Could be.
Like
No argument on that.
I mean, seriously, I suppose the question is, do you wake up in the morning and like work? Do you look up happy and say, I'm fan? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
very excited about anything I do. If I don't like to do something, I stop doing it. Perfect example, my YouTube channel. I enjoy everything that I do. I do because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But Bea, what do you tell us? What do you do? Actually, what do you do?
He's
do
got a
different-
business. He's got real estate and he's got a restaurant. Okay.
Yeah,
really?
hotel and conference center, and
Yeah.
and I also have a partners in some other investments, and they tend to use some of my knowledge and some of my abilities to help them out, and I also do some consulting and so on. So it's a combination of things.
Okay, many
And-
streams. You
and
get
I
several streams of
clean-
income.
I clean rooms in up north in Yukon, as Goldberg would say. I'm a
Yes.
maid. I'm a room maid, and I clean rooms and I buy
You know what?
Rolex watches.
Don't laugh at that. Bear, don't fucking laugh at that. Can I tell you a story? I was the IT manager on a project.
Right.
I was earning 65 fucking thousand. This is about 10. Okay.
It's gross. It's not net. It's before
gross,
tax.
gross.
No,
This is Aussie dollars too, like Canadian dollars. 65,000.
When was that? When you were at the IT services at your company?
No. This was I was on a pipeline project. Okay, I was.
Oh,
He was 25. Your age was 25 or something like that.
No. This is only 10 years. I was on that project from 2006 to 2009. Okay.
Oh, before YouTube, before you. Okay.
Yeah, and then Berg, listen to this. I was on the project, so I had a good position. Like status-wise, it was actually important position because all the IT, I interfaced with everybody.
Okay.
There was a guy called a Peggy in the construction industry. He's called a Peggy.
Okay.
Okay. What he does is he does all the odd jobs. He used to put the urinal cakes in the toilet. He would hose out things. He would take shit around, called a Peggy. Okay. He's like a tradesman's assistant. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was always happy.
Okay, nothing wrong with that, right?
Very low status job, right?
Stress-free. Stress-free.
Yes. He was making 130,000 a year. I said to my boss, "This is fucked."
How? How was he making that much money?
Because it's a unionized industry. That's the way it is. IT is shit. Because there's so many people.
So you were on a contract. You were on a contract, right? You were basically doing your thing as a hired from outside to do the job.
Yeah, he was hired as well.
This person was part of the union job.
Yes,
making a
union
top
job.
dollar.
Yes, that's it exactly.
Crazy.
That's exact. But I'm just saying to you, you
That's
know what?
crazy. That's crazy.
Well, that's how it is, Bear. I'm just telling you. This is
super
how
chat.
it is.
Super chat.
So I would rather be putting the urinal cakes in the toilet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for $130,000, I wouldn't mind
And
doing
no
that
stress.
as well.
And he used to sell food on the side. He used to bring donuts to the campsite and say, "Oh, I can sell you a donut." It's anyhow. Super chat. Here we go. We got another super chat in here. We got a super chat from Speedy Herdanis, $5. Bear has a very particular set of skills, like Liam Neeson. Bear, let me say this to you, Bear. You know what?
It's funny.
One thing I've discovered is I went from earning 65, 70,000 a year. When I went full time on YouTube, my salary went down to about 25,000.
I believe you. In the beginning, probably it was extremely hard.
But you know what I found very useful?
Tell me.
When I was earning 65, I was earning, I think maybe high 60s. I had 87,000 of consumer debt.
Yeah.
When I actually started selling things off and reducing that debt, can I tell you this, Bear?
Tell me.
I was richer earning 30,000 than I ever was on the 70.
Interesting.
I got rid of this consumer debts because every dollar came in, it had to go to pay this or pay that. You understand?
Yeah, and interest fees and all other
it
bullshit.
was expensive. So I actually, the funny thing is, this is what happened. I bought all this shit on credit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I lost my job for doing work at the plant. And then I went full time and I started selling it off. I sold my annual calendar. I sold off pieces.
Yes, the annual calendar which you bought back.
Yes, correct. I sold off some of my Louis Vuitton. I sold off some of the jewelry. I sold off a number of pieces. A lot of things were sold off.
Yes.
And I had more left over. So I'd made a profit because I had more left over than I'd bought. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That made the world of difference. Not having that. I tell you this now, when I felt really rich in my life was when I stopped paying maintenance to the first lot of kids. I got that letter. I was doing the chicken dance. I was doing the chicken dance. Because they sent me a letter that said I didn't need to. Here we go. Timepiece fund, $2. 4% rule works if S&P returns 10% and inflation is 2%.
Yes, I agree. Timepiece fund is right.
But it's all manipulated. The inflation rate, I think, is manipulated. But It's
Well,
very
inflation rate is usually around 2% anyway, right? That's what you take it. Well,
look, the thing, of course it is. Of course it is. The thing is, Bear, let me say this to you, okay? Bear. The thing is that this is very important to know. Unionized. I've known garbage collectors who earn over 200,000. Yes, that's right.
Wow.
Join a union. That's honestly, I got to tell you this. The thing is, it's not how much money you earn or how much assets you have, Sirocco. The assets, they matter. It's how much you spend. Do you have to drink Blue Label whiskey or do you drink Johnny Walker Red?
Exactly.
Do you need a luxury 47-foot yacht, or would we go on a concrete vessel with a, I might add
I knew you were gonna say that.
concrete vessel with a 45-year warranty, 45-year warranty, Sirocco.
You've got to remember, you talk about the 47-foot boat, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't live in a house, so I don't have the house expenses. So my expenses, yes, I have maintenance and everything every year.
I'm only giving you a hard time.
I know. I live very.
You know what?
Sirocco, do you live on the boat? Sirocco, do you live on the boat?
I live full time on my boat.
You can't do that on a bayliner.
No, my parents
on
did
the
this. My
28
parents
foot
did this
Bayliner.
on the Bayliner for, I guess, 2 months in the summer, and they really liked it.
I just want to let you know that the time for Marcelo to be muted has expired.
Even with the extra 5 minutes, and that was added on?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. We'll let him on. Okay, thank you. Let me say
You're
this to
welcome.
you. It's not how much money. Remember this with boats.
You're back, Marcelo. Marcelo, you're back.
Let's say we'll just keep him muted. I think we liked him muted, actually. Let me say this to
It's so
you.
mean. Archie, you're so mean.
Look, I got to tell you this. You know, one thing. Okay, he's on a phone call. Sirocco, can I say this to you?
Go ahead.
They say with boats, 10% of the cost per year in maintenance at least. So if you've got a $500,000 boat, that's $50K a year in maintenance.
That would be a fair assessment.
There you go. So
50,000? No, it's too much. You don't need that much.
Well, I don't know. I've just spent 35 grand a month ago.
Giro Pal, Sirocco has lived on a boat for the last 20 years. You bought a second-hand, really old bayliner. I don't think you should be bitching about maintenance. I don't think you quite understand the equation just yet. I am very sorry. I love you, Sirocco. I love you, Brandon. But you know what? I think I would rather listen to my Sirocco. That's why he's my business partner in the concrete boat business.
But Arch, he needs 5 million for retirement. It's way too much, and his maintenance costs is also way too much.
He's got a $100,000 motor car, which he just doesn't even garage, that would just drive me fucking insane. I garage my Civic, okay?
Yep.
And I got to tell you this seriously. I think with Sirocco himself there, you know what? You don't have kids. The important thing for you, Sirocco, is you don't want to leave it to some. Just fucking spend it all, I think, really. You know what I mean? It gets to a stage. Do you need to leave big money to the kids? I mean, what's left over?
Can I just point something that somebody wrote and I agree big time?
Sure.
This is Floodland 99.99. If you cannot be rich, have rich friends.
I don't know if that's so good, but Bear.
Leads, Archie. Leads.
The leads are weak.
The leads, yeah.
I think eventually I get sick of kissing ass after a while. You know that? I can only tell somebody their collection is so amazing so many times. And
yeah.
You know what? sometimes, like, so someone says to me, "Oh, I've got this watch and that." You know, so if I'm in a bad mood, I don't give a fuck how many watches.
Do you remember that guy that was in with Bee Gees and he had amazing watch collection?
Rudy.
And he,
Rudy.
yeah.
Rudy.
Holy shit, he was difficult.
He's what you call passive aggressive.
Oh, no kidding. You had to fucking stroke that guy's ego like big time. It was.
And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't really give a shit what he has. You know,
you literally told him that.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I really like this collector who has a couple of pieces, who's got an interesting. That's why I like Sirocco's collection. Like, Sirocco's actually got a beautiful collection. It's not super ridiculous. Some people would say it's modest. Some people would say it's ridiculous. But it's a nice. These are things he likes. I got to respect. Even Marcelo.
Would you mind telling me what his collection consists of?
Yes, please.
Who's that? Sorry.
Sirocco.
Sirocco's got the. Sorry, let him talk.
The sub date. I have a 41 two-tone bluesy, the new one. I have a. What do I have, Archie? Oh, Yachtmaster.
Yachtmaster. Two Yachtmasters.
Blue dial.
I
have a two-tone Yachtmaster.
Nice. Which steel? The blue dial or blue dial steel?
I have
blue dial
blue
steel
steel,
and white
yes.
dial two-tone.
Yep.
Lovely.
I have a 1966 Oyster Perpetual, which was my father.
Nice.
That's in solid gold. And
Some Omegas.
I have my Omega Aquaterra.
Lovely. It's a good collection.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good collection. Yes.
He's got it all.
See, I like that because it's what he likes. He doesn't go what is industry hype or what his things he likes. He's obviously on a vessel, so he loves waterproof watches. This sort of guy, Sirocco.
Makes sense.
I don't think a Patek dress watch would work for him.
No.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
And he doesn't. You know, he's got a swagger. Sirocco's got a good swagger there.
Right.
And I got to tell you, Bear, you know what he said to his wife at 50? Honey, I'm buying a boat and you're not welcome.
Well, actually, I'm buying a boat and you're not invited.
Holy shit.
Did you have a good marriage together? How was the marriage? Honestly?
Very good. Very good. And we're you know, I left her 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're still good friends.
Yeah.
You know, she understood what I was doing. You know, not much more I could say about it. Really, it's you know, I felt like a bit of an asshole doing it, but at the end of the day,
you live your life for yourself, Sirocco.
You've got it. You've got it. There are so many people in this world who get married and they're too frightened to walk away. You know, I mean, if we'd have had kids, maybe that would have been different. I don't know, but we didn't have kids, so you know, I didn't break up a family. I just broke up a marriage.
50-50 split, or if you don't mind me asking, Sirocco?
She bought me out of the house.
I mean, 50-50 total split? Or...
No, not at all. No, she did pretty good. She bought me out of the house for pretty much what I put in.
Oh, okay.
And she
okay.
made money.
Yeah.
You know, she made money when she sold it.
Oh, it'd be worth
Sirocco, are you in a position now to tell whoever you want to fuck off?
On the boat.
I think so.
Good. Do you like that? That's a freedom, Sirocco. Am I right?
It's a total freedom choice where I don't have to look out for anyone. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want.
This is what Archie should aspire. Archie, I want you to aspire to be able to tell everyone and anyone to fuck off, except your lovely wife.
I suppose, Bear, I think, let me explain this to you. When I say I can't, okay, that's probably not right, okay? like I can't tell the police to fuck off. That they'll put you in jail. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
Okay.
Within
Super
reason.
chat. Super chat.
If I'm not wearing a mask, I tell them to fuck off. They'll just arrest me. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Piccolo, New Zealand, $4.50. Sirocco is an alpha. You betcha.
A minus.
I can't tell YouTube to get fucked. I want the money. You understand?
Right. Right.
I can't tell my wife to get fucked. I desperately can't tell my dad to get fucked.
Why would you do this? You wouldn't
Sorry?
do this. You wouldn't do this. Tell your dad to fuck off. I mean, it's your dad.
No. Solomanoid, $20. Hey, Bear, just wanted to ask if your opinion on TGV has changed since your infamous expose. I don't think he's a grifter, really. He's just a sort of dumb and indifferent to the hobby.
He's referring to one of my videos that I did about TGV.
That was a while
obviously.
ago.
Yeah, it's been a while ago, and no, my opinion has not changed. I still stand behind it that he uses and discards the people, and I still think he has a great potential. He has a great ability to produce good videos. His editing is remarkable. He did a great job for our hobby on a lower level watch pieces, like timepieces on a
he doesn't believe, he doesn't like any of that garbage, but you do understand.
No, but he has ability to promote it and bring it as a interesting topic. Of course not. Of course not. But it hasn't really changed. I don't think. I think he's the type of guy that is only watching for himself and discards anyone that. And you know what? He's probably what some people accuse you to be, Archie. He is really that. See, people see you and accuse you of that, and you get these losers, this what I call amoebas, calling you that. In reality, that's what TGV really is. That he plays this noble caricature, and he's able to get the people misled and looking at him as something more than he really is. So no, my opinion hasn't changed. But I do admire certain skills that he has. I do admire his channel that managed to independently have almost 500,000 subscribers.
I think a lot of those were bought, but I think some of those were bought.
Sure, but Arch, it's still not easy. You know that. It's not easy. YouTube is not an easy game, and he played it. He played it well. He played it well.
Oh, his videos originally were so bad. They were
I know.
so bad.
Making coffee.
I've got some of the videos. They were so bad. The videos were terrible.
But he did improve and he did work hard. And
it was absolutely incredible. Sirocco sales, $5 million. That's a lot of money. Do you not see that as that's my father?
That's a lot of money. Yeah, but it's
my
all
father, who was a professional earning. Sorry.
It all depends on your lifestyle. And look, this is why there is such a thing as a pension, because not everyone can do it.
No.
You know, and my ex-father-in-law, I mean, he worked his ass off all his life. And when he got to 65, he was asset rich, cash poor. And got no pension.
He owned. Did he have?
But you should turn your assets into cash flow. If it's real estate, you can rent it.
Yes.
Well, he did. Obviously, he did. He had a commercial property and a rental property in Melbourne.
How much was he worth?
$20
million.
No, probably not that. But I know he still owns the commercial property, and because of COVID, he's not getting any rent of it because the business went broke. He did sell property in Melbourne that he had. He lives on
I don't really want to have this pity party with this guy. He's worth $20 million. Fuck me dead, Bear. Yeah. Bear, we're having a pity party for someone worth $20 million here.
No, he's not worth 20 million. He's not worth 20 million.
Tax the rich. Tax the rich. That's what I want to fucking see is anarchy. Tax the rich. Fuck me dead.
From Brisbane.
Fuck me dead. Does he pay? Let me just ask you one simple question. Does he pay land tax? Yes or no? It's all I want. Yes or no? Does he pay
I would
land
imagine
tax?
so, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's fucking enough.
Yeah.
There.
I would
Let me
imagine
run this
so.
by you. In my country, we've got a thing called land tax. When you own over, what is it? How many $1 million is it there, Sirocco?
I don't know. I really don't
Pay a
know.
thing called land tax. Land tax. Your principal house is exempt.
Okay.
And when you have land tax in Melbourne, because that's where I just can't handle this pity party. Please, I'm just.
Well, no, he sold that property. He sold that
Holy
property.
fuck! It's 5% a year.
That's a lot. Yeah,
That's
but he hasn't got that property. As far as I know, he only has
You pay
one.
land tax
one
if the
rental
total
now.
value of your Victorian land you own, individually or jointly, is equal or exceeds 250,000. That's not much, is it? That's the land is worth 250.
Yep.
Actually, that's still not terribly much. Fuck. Okay, 5% a year.
It's a lot of money.
These where the fuck do these commies come from?
We're
Mother Russia.
We're a heavily
We've got small government. We don't have big taxes, unlike in the United States, Canada, Australia. We don't have this. Okay.
I gotta tell you.
He's actually right, Archie. You know that. He's right.
Archie, there's a guy in chat who says
But because we don't like Putin, we don't.
155,000 is the threshold.
Could I come back now?
Oh, look.
Over that, you have to pay tax. Okay, let's tax the rich. Tax the rich.
Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Give it to the poor.
Yes, he's back. You're
Guys,
back now,
I'm missing,
Marcelo.
guys.
You're back.
I'm back
You're
now.
back now, Marcelo. You're back. I got to tell you seriously. I think you know how much money I think is enough. I think how many hangers-on have you got, right? I think if you've got too many hangers-on, this is the problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you've
By
got.
the way, I wanted to say a special thank you for Toyota Mode for donating money for Archie to shut me up. So
I'll just be 1 minute, guys. I'll just be 1 minute.
Where are you going now? Just dropping like that. What is he doing? Did you see on the
Sirocco.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we talk about 10% maintenance, I guess you spend a lot of money on petrol because I think you cruise a lot with your boat. Aren't you?
Well, I use diesel one, not petrol. I've just come down on Saturday 125 miles back home and used 650 liters of diesel.
Okay, that's a lot. Okay.
$1,000.
And what is the cost of a liter diesel in Australia? How much is that?
About $1.50 Australian, I guess, a liter.
Okay. So that would explain the 10% rule because if the boat is staying in the bay, you don't need to pay that much. Okay, you've got your maintenance, you have to service the motor once a year, but it's not that much. I mean,
well, I have two motors, and you've got to lift the boat out of the water. That cost me $1,000 just to lift the boat and leave it up in the work area.
Yes.
Only for a few days. Then you've got mechanics time, which at $120 an hour. You know, it all adds up. And it's not just engines. We got toilets. Toilets go wrong and block up. You've got to pay to get them unblocked or whatever. You have all sorts of. Hey, Phil Collins, jump on the fucking chat, you dickhead. You keep making these.
Why are you paying attention to one cell organisms? They are not.
I know, but he's a serial troll who just has nothing to do but criticize, and he's on the chat. He's in the comments, and I just like him to jump on and
say your mind.
Join in the stream if he can do so much better.
But he can't, and he knows that.
I know, because he knows fuck all. He's a dickhead. Anyway, where was I?
So okay, you have to change the toilet, to pick it up from the water, to do the how you say in English, to get rid of this surface under the boat. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
But
There's all sorts of things which you have to do with a boat. You got to haul it out. You got to make sure you got to repaint the bottom every year.
Anti-flowing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not 10%. Yes, exactly. But it's not 10%. To pull out a boat, it's 1,000. Yes, and then the mechanic charge you $120 an hour. I think you can fix it in 2 days. So let's say 5,000 to 6,000 for maintenance.
In August, I was doing some work on the engines, and I spent 34,000 Australian dollars.
Oh boy, what did you do? 45. I mean,
I checked through the engines and made sure that things that looked like they were going to go wrong in the future, fix it.
How many working hours does your engine have?
Sorry for changing object.
About 800.
What is the story with JJ now? We want to come to the panel. We want to be.
JJ will come now. JJ wants to come back, but JJ is frustrated because Archie keeps attacking him over and over again. And JJ says, "I cannot come back because I will be a clown if I come back and be attacked."
If Archie stop attacking him, and I know that he demands from Archie to kick me out. So what is his demands now? Does he come without no demands? This is what I want.
No. The only demand JJ has is just stop attacking him. And he didn't tell any word about you, Marcelo. Any word. I mean, I think you're not an issue for him.
Bear.
Okay.
I just got
Archie,
a quote.
where have you been, Archie?
I just got a quote.
For the fridge?
Okay, so what we're going to do is, instead of repairing it, we're going to get a brand new fridge.
No.
Now listen to me. Put the parts into the old fridge.
So we're keeping the shell of the original fridge.
Keeping the shell. Okay.
Good.
$5,000.
Doesn't matter, Archie. That fridge
ridiculous.
is legendary, iconic.
5,000?
So what?
Archie, I need to record this part of the stream.
The guy can do repairs to the old fridge for 2,000.
Doesn't really matter. That fridge means a lot to all of us.
Yes, it does.
Super chat from Toyota Mo, our great friend.
Toyota Mo. We love Toyota Mo. Where is? Here we go. Toyota Mo, $10. Marcelo, if you don't need to thank me, you don't need to thank me ever. I'm here to support Archie like I've been doing for the last 2 years. You interrupting a good conversation to talk about yourself. Mute him for another 10 minutes. Now, let me say this to you, okay?
Boy.
Can I tell you this, Sirocco? I want to say this to you, Sirocco. I think you got the wrong fucking idea, okay?
Okay.
Can I explain to you?
I know I'm not right all the time.
Okay, I want to explain to you retirement. You know what retirement is?
Go
Let me
on.
explain this. You listen to this, Bear. Okay? Instead of needing 5 million, 3 million, fuck this. You got too many fucking zeros on the end. You know this?
Well, how many do you think I need?
Okay, I don't know how many you need. Let me run it by you. Let me run this by you, okay?
AC3, Pontiff, please.
Yep.
You asked me a question. I gave you what I thought is a fair answer.
Let me tell you this.
I'm going to ask you the same question.
I want to give you the inverse. Look at it this way. This is reverse engineered. Let me explain this to you. $250,000. Okay, $250,000. Okay. Okay, so what I did is I got Sirocco's 5 million figure. I halved it and I took a zero off. Bear, what do you think of that idea?
I'll be honest with you, I was not listening. I wasn't paying attention, teacher. I apologize. Can you repeat?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, Sirocco said 5 million. I'm going to divide it by 2 and take 1 0 off.
Okay.
$250,000. Okay. Now, we're not going to live on a boat, okay?
Where are we going to live?
It's going to be too fucking expensive. We're going to go...
Oh, look how cute their dog is.
We're going to go to
German
Thailand.
Shepherd.
Thailand,
Oh,
Vietnam.
look how good he is, Arch. Look,
Make him
look.
make him big screen.
Make it big screen. I want to see this. Look at him.
What's this dog?
Oh, look at him. What's his name, Diego?
His
Archie.
name is classified.
I couldn't hear you. Say again.
Classified.
Classified. He's not going to tell.
Classified. Okay.
He's a
Look
sweetheart.
at that.
So
Oh
I just
my
wanted to
God,
come on
he's
and let you guys
cute.
know we heard back about the
Yes.
offer.
Good or bad news? How was it? It wasn't
She
enough,
said-
was it?
She said, "I hope you're sitting down." I said,
Yep.
"Oh shit." She says, "I've got some bad news." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
She says, "You're gonna have to start packing your things because they accepted your offer."
Oh, good news. Bravo.
Hey,
Good.
man, that's
Yeah.
great.
Congratulations.
So no more watches for 2 months.
Do you mind
Mazel
if we
tov.
ask you how much it cost? Is it an apartment? Is it a house? What is it?
It's in the it's in the same building as us. It's a 2-bedroom.
Oh,
So-
you don't own this one here.
No, yeah, we own it, but this is only a 1-bedroom. So
But high ceilings.
it's all this, and then
How many square meters? How many square
bedroom.
meters?
I don't know. I don't live
Super
in,
chat, Sarge.
So how much is it costing?
So my mortgage is going to go up $166 a month.
Are you selling your
and-
existing one to buy this other one?
Yeah. So my mortgage will go up $166, and I'll be out of pocket after closing costs $8,000. So really not that much. to
Yeah, but how
upgrade
much?
to a much
How much
love
does the
the
apartment
dog.
cost? You're not telling me how much the apartment is.
Well, I'll tell you once we finalize everything.
It's classified.
Okay.
It's classified.
William Mummy, $5. Sirocco sales. What's the largest shark you've encountered in the water?
I swam with a grey nurse shark many, many years
No,
ago.
it was the boat broker. The boat broker who sold you your first yacht.
Well, I was about to say the biggest sharks I've ever come across have been on the line.
That's the biggest shark.
Actually,
Actually.
Yeah. Watchers 24, $2. Tonight's ugly shirt award goes to Bear. Thank you.
Big screen,
Sirocco, what do
please.
you think
Big
of that
screen.
idea?
Big
Sirocco?
screen.
Sorry.
Big screen.
Big
Dog,
screen
your shirt
for-
tonight.
For beer.
Well, this
There
is
we-
such a cool shirt.
Yeah, I love it. It's
What is
a cool
what's on your
shirt.
wrist? What's on your wrist, Bear? Does it fit to your shirt?
Does it fit? Yeah, it fits. It's blue. It's a blue 58.
58.
Okay.
Let me say this to you, Sirocco. What do you think of that idea? Whatever figure you've got, divide it by 2 and take a 0 off. 250,000. I reckon you could live in Thailand, the Philippines, or Vietnam. I reckon
Yes,
you could
definitely,
live
definitely. But
for
Oh, I
about
love
30
this super
grand.
chat. I love this super chat. I love this super chat.
Omar, $5. Archie, what I love to talk about you is your integrity. Also, I will super chat $20 if you take 30 seconds to explain why Steinhardt makes the best watches.
Somebody, please make sure we're taping this. It's a 30-second presentation. Why Steinhardt is by Diego. Go ahead, Archie.
Okay, why Steinhardt is the best? Because it's bang per buck. It's affordable. It's stylish. They are very attractive. They look like classic watches that have gone around the world and got the most classic watches designs, and they've replicated it at an affordable price. You go, Brandon. Go, Brandon. This is the brand for winners. You no longer have to spend the family fortune. Get yourself into financial problems to be able to afford a stylish and attractive wristwatch. The Steinhardt itself there has got many, many advantages over expensive counterparts. Could you imagine? You're getting robbed. You can just let them take it because you know you can get another one affordably. You don't have to lose limbs. You don't have to worry if you misplace it or lose it because it doesn't matter. You can easily get another one at an affordable price. This is the watch to have. It's the watch to get today. Steinhardt all the way.
Fuck, you're good.
Great, Archie. It was really great.
Fuck, you're good. I am going to buy a Steinhardt.
perfect. I think I'm going to buy one tomorrow.
Gee, man, you're
Sirocco,
good.
do you reckon you could live in Vietnam or somewhere like that?
I don't know. I don't think I could permanently, no. But you're correct. With your 250 valuation, if you want to live in Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, wherever, I was talking living in Australia, and
See,
how
I kind of
expensive
think
is
of it
to
this
live.
way. I like to work on a bang per buck. How many bangs do you reckon you could get for your buck in Australia?
Well, the last time I looked into this, it was approximately $180 for half an hour.
Jeez. Just one moment.
Man, when he presented that Steinhardt, honest to God, I thought he will be mocking, but he did such a good job. I tell you, if any of these shitter companies are watching and actually they can imagine what Archie could do with presenting their product. I never understood why nobody takes advantage of it. It's just he does it so well.
Because he smashed Steinhardt in his paid reviews already, so nobody's would buy that.
Yeah, because Archie says things ahead of time, and then when he does it opposite, it's too obvious. You're right. You're right. I remember when he mocked the TGV presentation of a cheap shitter watch, and he had his tuxedo on and a bow tie, and he had gloves on, and he was presenting this piece of shit. I don't even know what the brand was, and there was a classical music in the background. It was just remarkable. It was one of the funniest shows he ever did. And honestly, it takes a special talent to do that. I'm talking about, I talk about when you were doing a mockery of Schiller presentation from TGV, and you had tuxedo on and gloves and what watch was it?
I can't even remember.
Sterling.
I can't even remember, Bear.
It was a disaster watch, but you were look at the beautiful leather straps.
You know, I got to tell you, everybody needs a nemesis. You know, without TGV, I would never invented the shitter.
True.
The shitter. That was probably, you know, that's everyone uses that terminology. It's a
like
shitter.
This. Yeah.
It's a shitter. That's probably the best impact it's had there. And that was
you also invented the wristwatch check.
Yeah.
That's another one that everyone uses.
Yeah.
You did some amazing things.
I really wish Fed would come good. Can you talk to Fed, see if we can patch that up? Or
he fucking hates you, man.
But did you realize he wasn't that good to me? You realize that, don't you?
Listen, I'm not allowed to talk to him about you. I tried.
Okay.
You think I didn't try that before?
Yeah.
I actually tried. I wanted to get him on your show, this and that. Oof.
No.
But he hates one person more than you.
Who's that? TGV.
TGV.
Yeah, because he used me as leverage to get on TGV.
But TGV used him.
Yes. They were really good friends. Like they were
No. Talk to Giancarlo, who is a friend that was in the midst of the things.
Yeah.
They were never friends. They were basically using each other.
Does it piss Federico off that Federico sold the Pepsi to TGV?
Oh, big time. And he gave it to him at a stupid cost.
Yeah.
He hates that fact. I tease him about it on the top of it. So
yeah.
Of course he hates that. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But that's TGV. He takes advantage of people.
Yeah. But
he's very good in that. Very good in it. He took advantage of you, Arch.
Yeah. No, of course.
He took advantage of Christian from Theo and Harris.
Is Theo and Harris angry at TGV? I've never really heard.
Of course.
They're
just much classier than you and I. We say anything that's on our fucking mind that these guys gonna maintain.
We don't give a fuck. That's because we don't give a fuck.
They're professional, you know. They have their business to run. They don't want to piss anyone off. But I know what they think. Actually, from Fed, I know exactly what he thinks.
Omar, $20, well-earned value for money. Thank you, Omar. Thank you so much there. What does Fed really think? Tell us this. He
thinks he's a piece of shit. He thinks he's a scammer. He's a liar. But I did ask him if he knows if he was buying subscribers. And he told me he doesn't. He doesn't think so. I did ask.
Oh, because Fed does the same thing.
Possible. And then he doesn't want to say what he's doing anyway, that the other guy is doing. I don't know, but I can't confirm that. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Because he asked me when I met him in Thailand, he said, why don't you buy subscribers, Paul?
There you go. That answers it.
And I said, I don't do that. He goes, well, you should. He said you should look at it. But look, it is what it is.
There is a way to buy subscribers, which are dead subscribers, but there's also ways to pay the AdWord companies and get your videos promoted to get
Yeah, I'll talk to you another time.
Sirocco, 250,000, Vietnam, Thailand, or the Philippines. Which one of those would you take, Sirocco?
Thailand.
So would you, Arch.
Okay, I gotta go, mate.
See you later.
See you, Sirocco.
And all you got to do is you get that boat, right? And you ram it into the beach. That's all you got to do, man.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do. It's simple. I don't know why he doesn't do that. Just ram it into the beach.
Well, he might like Australia. I mean, he has his reasons.
Yeah. So with Fed, sorry, here we go. Piccolo, $617. Arch, can you tell us in a few words why Squally is so great? Squally, so great. The casemaker of watches. These are amazing pieces.
Fuck, you're good. I knew you were going to go there.
Heritage. It's even before the Submariner. It's the watch of choice. And actually, my good friend, European Watches, sells them, in Melbourne. Shani, who I love. He's a Squally dealer. Squally, the case maker, the cases. You can't talk divers without talking about Squallies, especially the TGV version. The TGV
the limited
edition version, the Lion Shark. They were the days.
Those were
Did you remember that Seiko I got modded? Remember that guy sent me the Seiko? Remember that there?
Seiko that you got modded.
The Lion Shark. Remember the Lion Shark watch?
I own that watch.
No, can you remember that?
You're talking the watch you made as the only watch you made?
Exactly.
So you do know who owns that watch?
No, I didn't know that. You own that watch.
Yeah, the one you made with a little penis painting on it.
Oh, you got that. When did you get that?
I got it from you.
Oh, yes, that one.
I bought it from you.
Yes.
Dear God, aren't you getting senile?
Yeah, I've got some more for sale, Bear. I got more watches.
What do you got? Let's see, Archie. What are you selling? Who knows? There might be people interested in buying.
I got a deal for you. So I got to show you. I got some deal for you. I got a deal for you. Okay? You remember the fishy pussy?
Fishy pussy, of course. Those
remember
are those,
that?
Those hosers, those guys that did. Oh my God! How much, Archie?
Fishy pussy, and I've also got. Remember the Crapolina, which was the second one.
Crapolina, yes.
It had the black hands and the date that it never sets right. Remember?
Yes, Crapolina.
Yeah,
Crapolina.
There you go, guys.
Those are some good memories.
Some good memories there, guys.
Are you selling, Archie? Are you selling those? You should do. We should do the another specific show relevant to selling of some your unique objects, unique items that you have.
Yes. Yeah.
I really think so. I'd be interested.
I wanted to make an announcement for Toyota Mode. Thank you so much. And the next time that you mute me, getting a 10% discount.
I gotta tell you what. You know what, Bear? Speaking of retirement, I think the answer is, say I got divorced, just hypothetically.
Let's not go there, but okay, hypothetically, okay.
And I may have lost my properties, but at least I don't
lose your watches.
I don't have mortgage payments.
Yeah, good point.
Okay, so, and you know what? I don't have mortgage payments. I also don't need to pay rates. I don't also need to pay water. I don't need to pay body corporate insurance, mortgage insurance to make sure the tenants don't. You realize you take so much layer of problem off you, right?
Right.
Archie, will your father let you move you into his house if you get divorced?
No.
Yeah, he would.
I don't
He
think I'd want
says
to live
no,
with him, but I don't think I'd want to live with him, but
You can always go to
I think-
Midtown America and live with Clive. He invited you, right?
look, I got to tell you, I think I'd live in one of these countries, low-cost country, Vietnam, Thailand, or the Philippines.
Well, frankly, with the job that you do, with your company, with your thing, you can go anywhere. Wherever there's internet.
Philippines is a bit dangerous. I think the Philippines. I've never been there.
Oh,
and
I
I've
love
al-
this super chat. I love this super chat.
GB $2, Arch. You can always go back to lawnmower repair. Lawnmower repair.
So true. Yes. Yeah.
I gotta tell you seriously how much money you need. You know what? Bear?
Oklahoma. Yes,
Oklahoma.
Yankee Doodle.
You don't need a lot of money. I think the problem is
Actually,
when
you do. You need to pay $5 grand to fix your refrigerator.
You know,
See,
honestly, Bear,
the fridge is different story. Okay, the
you know,
fridge.
would you work part-time? But if I think in your case, you know what? When do you and Bunny, like your kids are grown up now, aren't they?
Yeah,
You got none living at home?
none.
When do you want to say, let's go for a road trip to in America? When do you want to start doing that stuff? That's the question.
We kind of started that, Arch. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, we've been doing things whenever we feel like. It's actually, I have more freedom than she does. She actually has a proper job.
I see. When's she going to retire?
Well, she can retire tomorrow if she wants to,
No,
but
but when does she want to?
you know what? She works for the bank, so she ultimately wants to get a full pension from the bank.
Yeah.
So she feels that hiring before that would reduce the pension, and she doesn't have a hard job that much that she cannot just wait until the time for retirement is when she get a full 100% pension, and it's a good pension.
55?
I think she will have to go a little bit further than 55.
60?
Yeah, for sure 60, yeah.
60. I tell you what, I think the truth is you don't need a lot of money. If people, when they say they want to retire, I'm not talking Mercedes-Benzes or Ferraris or Platinum Daytona. I'm talking no more watches. That's my watch collection is done. That's it. I'm talking my Civic, right? That Civic, I don't want to get rid of it till it's got 300,000 on the clock.
Actually, I think honestly, you mentioned the watches. I think you are at this point getting there. You are not having any significant urges to buy new watches.
No.
I think you settled. You kind of bought some stuff for your wife, which is actually wonderful. And
Yeah.
I think it was long overdue, if you're asking me.
Oh, okay.
So she's really happy about it. You can see that your life with her has improved. I can see her smiling. I can see her happier, and you are automatically happier as well. Nothing wrong with that. I think you are enjoying buying her a gift as much as you enjoy buying something for yourself.
I don't really want anything for me. You know that? Like, honestly,
that's okay. That's good.
I'll be
you
honest
have a lot
with
of
you.
beautiful things.
When you're fat like me and you, Bear, it's hard to get clothes that fit. You know what I mean?
So fucking
the
true.
trendy stores, they really look down on fat people. I don't like that.
I'm with you on that.
In fact, I got to tell you, Lowe's
and I'm
menswear.
fatter than you, so it's harder for me.
But you know what I mean? Like, I honestly like these working class stores.
Should they get out of the planet?
They actually have clothes for fat people, and they don't say anything about it. They say, "Oh no, we've got this for you."
This is why I like Lacoste 3XL. No problem. I feel comfortable.
I like 4XL actually. 3XL is pushing it a bit.
Okay.
Archie, if you leave Australia for a cheaper country, this country should be governed by Joseph Stalin or by Joe Biden.
You know what? One thing I found is that there is no politically perfect country.
You're
Okay?
so right, Arch.
And
You're so right.
I found it's
So
much
good.
better to just not be involved in the politics. I don't give a fuck. I really, because both sides have let me. Finchy, here we go. Finchy, £2. Are you still in touch with Captain Shitter?
Captain Shitter is epic, iconic personality.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, actually, you got to
Yeah, it's a
dress
lot of
up.
work.
You got to
It's a lot
think about it. It's a lot of fucking work.
It is. Look, I got to tell you this, guys. What I think I want to do, I tell you honestly. So I got to wait. I can't do anything until my youngest kid is actually, he's 15 this year.
Okay.
He's 15 in December.
Okay.
So I've got 3 years before he's 18. So basically 3 years from now, okay?
You see, are you planning for him to go to college, or what's the story with that? I mean, I can see your youngest, two youngest are extremely smart boys. They're really smart kids.
Look, he likes he actually likes the who the hell is that there? I'll just
Could he come to college in Japan?
Hello,
Could he
how are
come?
you there? Just one tick.
You know, it's two kids. I have Japanese.
Yes, the two kids are half Japanese. Yes.
Yeah. So look, I got to tell you this. I want them. They got once he's 18, right? I can't do anything until he's 18.
Right.
Okay. Can't leave him alone. You know, you can do it. So once he's 18, then he works out what they look 18. Then they'll go to college or university, depending on what they want to do. Technical college.
When I said college, I meant university.
Anything.
My apologies.
Let me say,
Actually, could they apply for a Japanese passport?
No, because my wife doesn't have Japanese passport. She had to give it up. You can only have one citizenship. Japan doesn't let you have multiple passports.
Yeah, but
really?
she did born in Japan, and she's still reconsidered.
Yeah, they rescinded it, so she can't get it because she went to university here, and to get free university, she had to be an Australian citizen, which means that she has an Australian passport, which means she can forfeit the Japanese one. It's a long story
Japan don't forgive. They cannot.
But don't forget too,
reapply
Japan
for
has 40% inheritance tax. I'm not giving fucking 40% to those little shits. Okay, okay, they can go fuck themselves. Okay.
So going back now to when he's 18.
Okay, so he's 18. Very quickly, Stuart D, $2. It was Austin Christmas show. Also, Plastic Warmed You. And we've got Zowie, $3. I come to learn English here, and I get Marcelo. Thank you. Let me say this. And Timepiece Fund, $5. $5. To retire, $12 million. $5 million house, 1 million watches, 1 million cars, 5 million investments to pay for butler and chauffeur. The task now is to figure out how to get there in 8 years. But you know what?
Timepiece Fund, you are awesome, man.
The way I see it is, if you've got a little bit of income still coming in from YouTube, that's like an income coming still, right?
Of course.
So
passive income you're talking.
Even
you're
if
talking live streams, you're talking your channel producing, yeah.
Even if that falls a little bit, right? Even if it falls substantially, that's okay, because the expenses don't need to be so high. We put ourselves into slavery by needing the new car.
Yes.
Needing the fancy wancy, everything has to be living. You got to pay your credit cards off, have no debt like that. First thing is get rid of the consumer debt.
Yes.
You've got to have rid of consumer debt and lower your expenses.
Yes.
And that's the thing. I would like to actually live once 18, we're going to travel interstate and overseas. Then once they are in their 20s, I want to live 3 months in another 2 months, because you get a visa for between 30 and 90 days.
Okay.
3 months, 1 to 3 months over there, come back for a month. or
Okay.
3 months there, 3 months on, 3 months
Where
off,
would
3
be
months
there,
on.
by the way? Where is there? Vietnam,
Asia,
Asia, somewhere in Asia.
Japan. Come
Japan,
here. Archie.
actually.
And
Japan
where would you
be
be there? Would you have an apartment house? Would you buy it? Would you rent it?
Look,
How would you
you
solve
know
that?
what? Simple. Rent. I don't need to buy anymore. I'm fucking getting old. You're not going to live for it. You don't have to own fucking everything in your life. You don't need to own every house or everything. If it's cheap, actually, Japan has cheap houses in the countryside. Nobody wants to live there.
Right.
But it's also hard to sell. Just rent a little bit. I want to see different
So
places.
where is the choice, Vietnam or Thailand?
Well, Japan is first.
Okay.
Because the wife is Japanese.
So she would be obviously very comfortable there. Language is not barrier.
Tokyo, right?
So on.
Exactly.
Tokyo, right?
Thailand is also appealing.
Which you love.
Vietnam. My wife likes Thailand. Vietnam is also very appealing.
Nice. And cheapest.
And you know what? And as a good mix between. So you got a mix.
Oh,
where
you don't
it's
even
cheap.
have to go in. What you can go 2 months here to Vietnam,
Yes.
then next time 2 months
Yes.
in,
Yes.
and so on.
Yes. Malaysia
Actually,
is
that
very
would be
good.
nice,
Actually,
though.
Malaysia is a good mix of the two. You know, because Singapore is beautiful, but it's expensive.
That's actually, I'll tell you, that's a good plan. I like that plan. I like that plan.
3 months on, 3 months off. 3 months on, 3 months off.
And you're not bored. You're not bored. You're always seeing something different. You're experiencing different things, different food,
Here's a
different
story
culture.
for you, Bear.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the bank. My dad used to work in a bank.
Mm-hmm.
And he said a lot of managers retired 60 or 65.
Mm-hmm.
And within 5 years, they had Alzheimer's disease because they did nothing. They got dementia.
So you're keeping yourself
You've got to keep yourself busy, Bear.
with things you enjoy.
Exactly.
Archie,
Exactly.
before you come to Japan, please tell me. Then I need to increase some of the prices.
I got to tell you, Bear, there's many things you can do which would be amazing. I'd love to also go to America, do, you know, I think firstly, Asia.
I think you have a bit of a romantic perception of America. I have opportunity to go to America whenever I want. I would never live in America.
Why?
I like
Why is
visiting.
that?
I like visiting America.
Yeah, you've been to the States many times.
Why is
maybe
that,
even a
Beer?
business opportunity. You
America
like
is
it,
fucking
right?
expensive. It's expensive.
It's expensive. There's no medical coverage. It's just not my.
There's a lot of desperate people there.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty.
No, very, very close to the state. They have for sure many business offers and opportunities. To go to when you decide
I'm
to.
completely content being in Canada. I'll be very honest with you.
But Canada and Australia are similar, except that
They're
you get
identical.
fucking cold
Identical.
weather.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the same thing, Arch.
But the climate in Canada and Russia, I think, are also similar.
Very
Yes.
similar.
Yes.
Very similar. They have a lot of Ukrainians.
I want
in
to. I
Canada.
want to go my next trip. By the way, Gero. Am I pronouncing your name right, Gero?
Yes.
My next trip is going to be to Russia. I want to go to St. Petersburg for sure. And
I'll just be 1 minute.
And
I invite you,
probably
Bear. You
Moscow.
You can come over.
12
I
minutes.
invite
We've
you.
got 12 minutes to go. I'll just be 1 minute.
12 minutes to go. Yeah, I am. That's what we're planning, my bunny and I, because to begin, we love Russia. We are. I'm a huge Russophile, as most of the Serbians are. I'm sure you know that.
Orthodox.
Yeah, and on the other hand, I really wanna see St. Petersburg because I think it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Culture is remarkable. To me, that's something I always wanted to do, and I kept avoiding. And this pandemic makes you realize things that you should not be postponing. Somebody says Leningrad. No, I don't want to call it Leningrad.
But Bill, did you have the opportunity to visit Israel?
Bill, just let me know when you come over and.
For sure. Our plan is next spring, and
Okay.
I will let you know. I would love to meet you, of course.
Perfect.
Bill, did you have the opportunity to visit Israel?
I do want to visit Israel. Jerusalem is another thing that I would love to visit. Those are the two places that I really have to do. That's must do. And finally, I would say Hong Kong or Tokyo. Those are the three places. But for me, St. Petersburg is a done deal. And then Moscow. I probably will jump to Moscow as well. But St. Petersburg. Where are you, Gero? Which part? What city are you at? Moscow?
Currently I'm in Germany, but I live in Moscow. Yes, Moscow.
Yeah,
So
because I'm not
St.
going to come
Petersburg
to
is the
Russia.
cultural capital of Russia.
Right. I'm not going to come to Russia and not see the capital, of course. Right?
The Kremlin. You've got to see the Kremlin.
Yeah. So I'm going to be kind of like 1 week probably in Moscow and maybe 1 week or something like that in
I tell you what, Bear,
St.
Bear,
Petersburg.
I've been there, Bear. I've been to Russia. So I've been to Ukraine, okay?
In the 90s, Arch. In the 90s.
Arch,
you're wasting your time.
Arch, I'm not
You're wasting your time.
No. Okay, we'll see.
Time.
We'll see. We'll talk about it. God willing.
Have you honestly ever been to Asia? Never been to? No interest in Asia, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore?
I've never been in Asia, but I do have interest to visit Hong Kong and Tokyo. I've never been to Asia. I've been predominantly in Europe. All over Europe,
Maybe Singapore.
Right?
Take Singapore in this case.
Singapore, yeah. Asia Light.
See, the thing is, for us, it's so far. For me, like Europe and US and Cuba and Mexico and all that kind of stuff is so much more convenient.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this show up.
They can travel with the driving license. They can travel to the street.
And by the way, Archie, people will start making up stories like they did last time. I'm traveling, business travel this time, not pleasure. And I'll be back next week, Monday or Tuesday, and I'll be joining you on the live stream again.
Would you ever travel business class?
I always travel economy or whatever cheapest it is when I'm paying. If client is paying or something, I want the best. Same like you. I don't waste money on stuff like that, Arch.
No.
I do like to have a chicken burger when I fly.
You know, because I tell you the truth,
Very
the airline
sad
food is
when we
such shit. Airline
Very
food is
sad when we
garbage.
need
You
it.
don't want to eat that.
Yeah.
You know that fucking, it's like that fucking diet food. You know that those fucking meals.
Do you miss jumping on jet, Arch?
More than life itself, Ben.
I know. Every time, I swear to God, every time I fly, I think of you. I think of that feeling that you had your streams or your video from the airport. You can see how happy
Wizzy
you are.
Wizzy Bluesy, by the way.
I loved it.
Yes.
Bear, I loved going on a plane. You know, it was amazing. Bear, I'm going to wrap this show up. Thank you for coming on, Bear. Please come
Thank you
again.
very much. Thank you. It was an honor being on your stream.
It was great to have Marcelo on. It was great to have Giro Powell. It was great to have Sirocco. Sirocco is such an interesting guy there.
And the other guy, gentleman that we had in the beginning, very nice guy. Forgot the name. What's his name? The guy with the beard, hat.
Oh, fuck. I can't even remember who it was.
Yeah.
From the heartland of America. The Trumpster guy.
It's like a soul,
Oh, Trapper John.
Yes, a wonderful guy. I really like that guy.
Great guy.
Interesting, intelligent, pleasure to talk with.
Yeah, actually put a lot of points in directing spot.
And thank you to Toyota Mo, to Neo, and everyone that was muting. What's his name?
Marcelo.
Our friend, the Birdman.
Yes.
Marcelo's
finally found his place on the show.
It's a very good thing, guys. Keep muting him. We love that because we love Marcelo, but muting him occasionally is a very good thing for him and for you and for us. It's a win-win.
Win. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow.
See you. Ciao.
Bye.
Great show there.